Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the gym. Hopefully, y'all had a wonderful time in New Orleans. Everybody who attended the North American International Championships. Whew, yeah. I had a great time. I did. I had a very, very lovely trip, but I'm a little tired, yeah, as we are usually on the Monday after a big trip like that, but I did have a very good time. Yes. So I got into New Orleans on Tuesday. And first of all, before we get started, I want to thank all the subs for getting us kicked off this morning. Machamp King, Peter, Shubhan, Sneaky Tom, Infernin, Gadget Badger, Trey, Case Closed, and Brett. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. And, yeah. Wow, what a weekend. Thank you, Aaron Wolf, for that Prime sub as well. Got in Tuesday, and I was doing a lot of work, like, between Tuesday and Thursday. It's why I got in so early. I booked an Airbnb to conduct some interviews for some more long-form documentary-style videos that I'm working on. And the interviews went really well. I'm really excited about how everything turned out. Everything was super cool. The Airbnb that I had was a great location to conduct some interviews. And I'm really excited about the projects I'm producing. I got to interview Tord Riklev and Ian Robb in my Airbnb in the couple days leading up to the event. And then I also walked around with my microphone and GoPro and did some like field reporting. And that was a lot of fun as well. Yeah. So I got to like kind of walk around and interview a whole bunch of people asking questions about things that I'm making videos about. So that was hype. So I'm very excited about all that. I got a lot of stuff to kind of work through now as I create those videos. I did not vlog NAIC. It wasn't as much a vlog as it was I did interviews for documentary style videos I'm working on. You know, thank you Grigner for the sub, and Weenie Lawyer, and Miko for the tier 3 sub. I appreciate that. Yes. I have like there's 3 video projects I'm working on right now, like long form documentary style video projects. 2 of them I feel like I have pretty much all the footage I need for now, so they're going straight into production. You know, and I probably have to do like some amount of narrating and talking to like fill the gaps between some of the stuff I'm doing. So like I'm gonna have to film that stuff too. I still haven't quite figured out how I want to do that. If I want to like remove my face entirely and kind of just like narrate over like collaged pictures and videos and then intersperse interviews, or if I want to, you know, be a presenter of the discussion. We'll figure it out. But thank you, James in Europe. Brandon with the tier 3 sub. Thank you, Brandon Alaskan Hero with the tier 3 sub. Dang, 2 Brandons, 2 tier 3 subs. Thank you, guys. And thank you, Icky, for the tier 1 sub in the 51 months. Appreciate it. Thank you all. Thank you all so much for the support. I really appreciate it. I also have Night Wanderer boxes that may get delivered in like an hour or so. It depends. DHL was trying to deliver my Night Wanderer boxes like an hour ago, but they turned around because Full Grip's not open yet. But they didn't even knock on the door because there's people here at Full Grip working. They just didn't even try. So maybe DHL will turn around and deliver. Sometimes they do this. They always do this. There's a sign on the front of the door that says go around back and knock, right? It literally says that. But they never listen, and they're just like, oh, they're closed. And then, you know. So they might come back at noon. That's like a maybe, right? Maybe. Thank you, Aura Dash and Run Jamie Run for those subs. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And yeah, DHL, maybe they'll deliver my boxes today. So maybe we'll get to do that. If not, we've got a lot of other fun stuff we can do today as well. Thank you, DNGI, for the 100 bits. I appreciate that. And Brady with the 59 months. Dang, okay. Oh, what's up? Everybody here today. Okay. Full Grip's website has been down for you. That sucks. Crystal Commerce, get your stuff together. Yup. Every Crystal Commerce website has been down for 7 hours. Isn't that epic? Goodness gracious. I'm sorry about the inconvenience there, folks. It's Crystal Commerce. That's like who runs the back end of our website. Those guys don't work on weekends for sure, and they barely work during the week. Yeah, it's literally like Crystal Commerce. What's a good comparison? What is the Crystal Commerce of for trading card game stores? What's a point of comparison for Crystal Commerce? Like they're the Shopify of the Pokemon. They're basically, no, Shopify's good, so no. They're basically the back end like structure of trading card game stores and websites. Crystal Commerce is an inventory management software that syncs to TCG Player and allows you to have a website, right? So like pretty much Shopify is the closest point of comparison, but Shopify doesn't have an inventory management system that links to TCG Player automatically, right? So like almost all local game stores use Crystal Commerce because it's an inventory management software that like is built for trading card games and automatically links to TCG Player, right? So almost everybody uses it. And Crystal Commerce in return takes 3% of all sales, right? And it's just like, that's just a flat rate, and that's just, everybody pays up because it just works, right? But it doesn't work. All right, everybody pays up. I take it back. Everybody pays up because it's all we have. Thank you, Baja Monster, for the sub and the 19 months. I appreciate it. Yeah, everybody pays up. Every local game store pretty much uses it because it's all we have. So even when Crystal Commerce isn't working, like right now, pretty much everybody just has to deal with it. That's just what it is, because it's not like we can go do something else. There is no other competing software. They just have like a monopoly on it. Some local game stores can use Shopify, but it's like Shopify requires so much more upkeep because it isn't built for trading card games. And it doesn't like automatically link up to other platforms like TCG Player. Yes. But yes, there's nothing like great. Crystal Commerce is the best we've got. Sounds like an opportunity. Someone can make something to compete with it. It's tough to compete with it. You got to imagine every card store, like every local game store around the country pretty much already uses Crystal Commerce. So like to take your entire inventory out of one and put it into the other would be like, you know what I mean? It's like the scale is almost too large to overcome. That's what I'm saying, right? Yes. It's like, it's just a disaster. It's a disastrous situation. Yeah, no one wants to bother with it. You'd have to build a migration tool. Right? Oh, you would have to, 100%, yes. And then it's like, Crystal Commerce for a lot of local game stores is like the enemy you know, right? You would have to provide a monetary incentive for stores to change, 100%. It's like the enemy you know. It's like at least you know what you're getting into with how bad Crystal Commerce is. But if you were to like migrate off Crystal Commerce and then like the new guy who you migrate to promises to be better but is somehow worse, then you're just then you're just like so destroyed. So like you would have to be migrating to somebody that you trust more than Crystal Commerce, and somehow it's like wait, it's just a terrible situation for local game stores. It just is. There's no good tool to use. It's tough. But anyways, that's that. I just got back from the North American International Championships. I had a wonderful time. Jamie, your mom loves my laugh. Oh, it warms my heart. Thank you, Jamie, for that information. Let's talk about it. I played Gholdengo EX. Many people had been asking me what I planned on playing at the North American International Championships, and the truth of the matter is that I had no idea. As you can see, as evidenced by my deck choice, which was Gholdengo EX. And I'm not really sure how we came to this conclusion. I am sure, actually, because we kind of did the whole runaround as far as the metagame goes. Like, we came to the conclusion that we thought that Gardevoir EX was kind of like the best deck for the tournament pretty early. And at first we wanted to love Lugia, but then we were like, Lugia just totally sucks. We can't play Lugia. And it's just inconsistent as all get out. So we abandoned Lugia, and then we started playing Gardevoir, and we were like, wow, Gardevoir is actually broken, which is hilarious because I've done a lot of trash talking on Gardevoir, but maybe it's just because every other deck is so bad. The Gardevoir is just like super, super broken now. And part of what makes Gardevoir so good is that you could just have all these crazy comeback win conditions, right? And you have all these different like kind of routes to be able to like come back in games that you have no reason being able to come back in. So that's kind of crazy. And basically Gardevoir allows like skillful players to be able to outmaneuver their opponent by stretching out longer games and kind of like picking apart your opponent's board state, you know, little by little until you're able to like mount a comeback and win. So like basically that's Gardevoir's game plan. And like we kind of figured out that Gardevoir was like the deck to beat and like the best deck and probably the deck that the most good players would play. We figured that out probably like Thursday. No, Wednesday. We figured that out Wednesday. But like none of us really wanted to play Gardevoir because it's kind of a miserable 50-minute best of 3 deck. And I mean, it really incentivizes slow playing and like it's just kind of like none of us really wanted to play it, especially without having like an insane amount of reps in with it. So we were like, you know, we kind of understand that Gardevoir is this nasty deck that's going to be really tough to beat, but none of us really want to like particularly care to play it. And then we started playing Lost Box, and we were like, you know, thank you, Smearl, for the Prime sub in the 5 months. Then we started playing Lost Box, and we were like, you know what? Lost Box actually can beat Gardevoir. I wanted to play Chen Pao, but I was off Chen Pao pretty early because Gardevoir was just like able to really finesse Chen Pao, which I didn't like. I felt like Gardevoir was able to like really target down the Beaverells, cut off the draw, use Fluttermane in some really crazy and creative ways to like shut down your draw engine and like sometimes shut down your Baxcalibur. I mean, it was pretty crazy. So, and like spread damage at the same time. And then with like Monkey Dory, I mean, it was pretty nuts. So I was off Chen Pao pretty early, even though I wanted to play Chen Pao. I showed up at NAIC wanting to play Chen Pao, but like I couldn't quite convince myself to do it after playing against Gardevoir a few times. So then we started testing Gardevoir, and Gardevoir was testing well. Then we started testing Lost Box, and Lost Box was like super grindy, but like obviously very high power level as well. But it would have been kind of like a similar situation to Gardevoir, and that just would have been an exhausting pick, I think, for the event. Like, especially since we were not like super well versed in the Turbo Lost Box kind of like the Turbo Lost Box kind of thing. But we definitely thought that like Lost Box could have been very strong as well. And then we were thinking about, Jesse was like very much thinking about Raging Bolts. Jesse like really wanted to play Raging Bolts or Miraidon. Those were like, Jesse was like really wanted to play those decks. JW and I did not like Raging Bolt as a pick because it felt like you have very little like comeback potential and control over the game. Like you're just trying to like run your opponent off the board, and it did not feel like Raging Bolt had a good Gardevoir matchup at all. So that was like, we were kind of not interested in Raging Bolt. I was not really considering Miraidon as a serious pick because I felt like Raging Bolt was going to be more dominant and popular. In hindsight, I think I wish I'd played Miraidon. I did play against 4 Gardevoir decks in day 1. Yeah, and I think it would have been nice to just be, kind of ripping turn 1 Iron Hands. That would have been fantastic. If I could go back and pick again, I'd probably pick Miraidon and just say, like, I'm running the gauntlet. We'll see how it goes. I think I saw Mike Gibbs got 11th. Ian Robb got, like, 20th or something with Miraidon. So, like, there was certainly a route for Miraidon to win the whole thing. But it was a little bit of a risky play. Like, you're kind of saying that like, yes, I'm going to play the counter to the counter decks and just like hope that I don't play against any of like the decks that people are actually expecting to show up, right? So I was a little bit nervous about playing a deck like Miraidon. So my last kind of like ditch effort deck to try before I settled down on anything was Gholdengo. And I brought my Gholdengos, right? And the reason I brought my Gholdengos to the event was like, I was like, well, it's, it's kind of like, I was like, well, it's kind of like, like Baxcalibur. You just don't have the Iron Hands play. But then you're like not as weak to, like Gardevoir EXs picking you apart because you have built-in draw, right? So I also liked that you had the opportunity for the turn 2, Moonlight Shuriken. All of that felt really good. And honestly, after testing Gholdengo, like me and JW were both pretty into it. We were both pretty impressed with how the deck was functioning. And it was just fun. And I think that was like one of our biggest things. So the deck felt fun, and it felt like it was a rogue pick, and it felt like you could win against anything you were sitting across from. You beat Guardy by I mean, you've got like the Moonlight Shuriken play with canceling Cologne. You've got, you're going to take the lead by like a couple prizes. And then inevitably when they have to use like, when they have to use a charm to like knock out a Gholdengo or a Palkia, then you just go Irida for vacuum and you take like a 3-prize turn. So that's like, you have definite routes. Now, I felt like I was kind of low rolling at NAIC, to be honest. There were like a lot of really close things that I needed to like buff out, and they just kind of weren't. JW went undefeated against Gardevoir at the event. I went 1-1-2 against Gardevoir at the event. So like I was very 50-50 against Gardevoir. So I mean, like, precisely 50-50. I lost to Isaiah Bradner playing Guardy. I beat another Guardy, and then I tied 2. So, like, and playing against Guardy was an absolute nightmare at the event, because in order to beat it, you just had to 2-0 it. Like, or you had to 1-0 it. Like, there was no, 3 games were not happening. So if you wanted to not tie against Guardy, you had to, like, you had to either like slow play and 1-0 them, or you had to 2-0 them. That was it. So like, yeah, I mean, I could pop off and go on and on about like the time constraints in the Pokemon TCG right now and how it's a nightmare. Like basically, I felt like in some of my games, like I'd ask my opponent to speed up their play and they would just not do it. And it was just like, you're forcing me, you're basically calling my bluff and being like, you won't call a judge. Like, that's what it felt like. That's what it felt like to play against Guardy, right? Is like, yeah, you can't check your discard pile in your hand and your discard pile every time you do a deck search. It can't be like, yeah, and then like shuffle up and then be like, oh, I'm going back in. Like every single time, like, oh, shuffle up, cut. I'm going back in. Like, okay, all right. So like, it really felt bad. It felt bad. It was like, I've never been in situations where I actually felt like it might be appropriate to call a judge to like watch for pace of play until this event. It was like, it was really kind of rough, but it does feel like, yeah, it does feel like players need to be incentivized to want to finish games, right? And it just feels like at any given point in time, maybe only one player wants games to finish. And that's just really tough for the 50-minute best-of-3 situation, especially with the way that Guardy plays. So, like, with it being such a prominent deck in the metagame, it really felt like you're playing best-of-1s against Guardy. But then, like, yeah. So I played against 4. I went 1-1-2. 2 ties. And God only knows how those 2 ties would have ended up in a game 3 situation, because both of the games against Guardy that I tied, game 2 finished on turns. Game 2. And that's the thing about Guardy is like, you don't know if you're winning game 1 until like the final Iono, right? So, like, you don't really know. Thank you, P-Boy Floyd, for the sub. Thank you, Wasteland Streams, for the sub. Appreciate it. You don't really know until, like, that final Iono if you're going to win or lose, because it's probably close. And so then, like, as soon as you lose at the end, right, and it's, like, it's always down to, like, there's, like, this one turn where if it goes a certain way, then you win, right? And then you like scoop it up, and then it's like, okay, the Gardevoir player is incentivized to just like slam on the brakes, and then, the Gardevoir player is incentivized to slam on the brakes and make sure game 2 doesn't finish, right? But if I'm playing like lights out fast as possible, I might be able to finish a game 2. So then like, and that's kind of what happened in the 2 games that I had. It's like I was able to win game 2 in turns. So then, like, game 3 was never going to happen. So it's just, yeah, it just feels kind of bad. But anyways, I do think that the structure of 50-minute best-of-3 does need to be looked at again critically, because it's just, like, I feel like at a certain point we'd just be better off playing best of one, no ties. The senior winner was pretty close to my Pidgeot list. I heard about that. That's hype. That's hype for sure. But anyways, I do think that Gholdengo is actually good. I do. I think, like, considering how little it's played, I think it's actually way better than it is. The seniors winner shouted me out in his winning speech. Yo, that's hype. What the heck? He got the list from my original 60. Let's freaking go, dude. That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't need no masterclass. Let's go. No, I did not play Palafin. No. All right, let's see. We got a Pal Pad. I have to build the deck in TCG Live so that I can show off the list that I played. So that's what I'm doing right now. And then we can talk about it, and then I'll play some games with it. And we'll see if my my cards show up from Night Wanderer. Palafin would have been pretty fun. Sure, I'll give you that. We played a Silene, but I think we all decided that the Silene was not necessary after the fact. I think I would have preferred another boss for sure. I had like game losing situations where I just didn't find the game winning boss that I needed. I also I'm feeling a little rough on Silene right now because out of the 3 times I played Silene, I flipped double tails twice. So when I say that I was low rolling at NAIC, I literally mean it. I was yeah. I literally mean I was low rolling. Yeah. Here, I think your spin or dash for the Prime sub in the 12 months. Thank you. I lost my winning into day 2 against a Raging Bulk. Yes. That was unfortunate, but I felt like I just lost that because in game 1, I tried to set up a Palkia, and they hit a catcher heads against it turn 2 to knock it out, and I just lost the trade. And in game 2, I tried not setting up Palkia, and then I was 1 energy short of taking the knockout on a Raging Bulk turn 2. I felt like I was kind of low rolling those setups, but it's all good. Thank you, Deshell, for that sub. Thank you, Mr. Misters. Appreciate it. But I was able to beat a Charizard deck. I played against 2 Dragapult Lost Box decks and beat them both. That was hype. I beat a Charizard deck. I beat a Guardy. And I beat something else. I don't quite remember what it was. Overall, the tournament just kind of felt kind of mid for me. I was like, things were mid. Playing against Guardy was mid. Playing against everything felt mid. But the deck was cool, honestly. And 2 of my friends did make day 2 with it. So, like, Jesse and JW did both make day 2. And I lost my winning into day 2. So we were all right there. We really were. We were all right there. The deck was not bad, for sure. 1 switch, 1 more vessel. I did feel like 1 more vessel would have been very good. I did feel like Pokestop could go to a 1-of. Oh, yes, the GLC tournament was very cool as well. Congratulations to everybody who did well. I saw that Lightning Spread won. That is very exciting. So that was super cool. I think the 4th vessel would have helped to hit some of the things that I needed to hit. The vacuum. Let me actually pull up my list. Instead of just trying to guess what I was playing, why don't I just like look it up on my phone? That sounds nice. Hello? Hello? All right. I was just seeing if that was my DHL package or something. It sounds like it wasn't. But I had to check. In New Orleans, Friday after the tournament, I went to Bourbon Street. I had a lot of fun out there. And then on Saturday night, I went to a jazz performance, which was also very cool, and had a great time. I got to enjoy some great food. I heard that the North American International Championships are going to be held in New Orleans for, at least this next year, which is very cool. I'm excited about that. I think it's a great location. Let's see, Hisuian Heavy Ball. How many? 59 cards. 4 Buddy Buddy, 4 Nest Ball, 4 Superior, 1 Energy Retrieval. Do we have 1 regular Energy Retrieval in here? Yeah. Prime Catcher, that's it. The venue is great. Honestly, I felt like the organization of this event was fantastic. Yeah, everything felt really good. I felt like I was able to go to the bathroom when I wanted to. That was a big deal. Yeah. That was really, really lovely. Jesse, you want to see how Revavroom over Bibarel feels? Why, bro? You've got to be kidding me. Absolutely not. Can't you just read that card and tell that it's bad? Absolutely not. You get Iono to 1 or 2. No. You get Iono to 1 or 2. No. Stop it. No. No. The whole point of setting up a draw engine is so that you could draw. Like, unconditionally. I was rocking the slushy grind. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah, I was on my I was on my slushy grind. Let's see. I did get a hold on. I got this thing called a shark attack. You guys want to see the shark attack? Here, I can show you guys the shark attack. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah. I was mostly on my slushy grind though when I was out on Bourbon Streets. Let's see, the jazz club we went to was super cool. I can show that off. Why the whistle? Well, because the lifeguard's blowing the whistle because there's a shark in the water. Duh. We went to Snug Harbor, got to see a jazz show. That was great. That was super cool. There's not a lot of photographic evidence of me on Bourbon Street that Friday night, but there is one picture in particular. Yeah, there is one picture that exists of me. I was having a good time. Yeah, we were out there chilling for sure. Yeah, having a great time. But yeah, It was great. Very much enjoyed myself. So I for one am all for them bringing it back to New Orleans. I thought New Orleans was a super cool experience, and New Orleans was a place that I had wanted to visit for a long time. I had really wanted to go. So like, but the thing is, I just never really had an excuse to go, or whatever. Honestly, them taking it to New Orleans just was like was incredibly hype for me, because that's a place I'd wanted to go for a very long time, and it did not disappoint. It was awesome. Cool. So this is not exactly the list I played, but it's very close. The list I played at NAIC had Silene instead of the second boss, and had a second stop instead of the fourth vessel. But I did feel like sometimes I was like one energy short, so maybe the fourth vessel would be good. But like somewhere in this ballpark. The 1/1 Bibarel was like awesome. The 1/1 Palkia was awesome. And it really felt like it's a deck that just has a lot more potential than people give it credit for right now. So like that was really exciting, and it made it very fun to play also, because I hadn't gotten like a ton of reps in with the deck, but the deck was pretty good. It wasn't like I was playing this like rogue deck that was bad. Playing like a bad rogue deck to a major tournament, that's terrible. Like that's actually not fun, because then you're just like getting bodied every single round. I felt like I had a chance to, like a real chance to win every single game I played, for sure. And playing like a kind of rogue deck or an underrepresented deck at an event and really feeling like you're kind of in the mix. I mean, like I lost my win in it. I played all 9 rounds, right? I was close. So like it was definitely rewarding to be able to like play an underrepresented deck, like to a pretty solid finish, honestly. But anyways, let's show off a little bit of gameplay with the dingus. What matchups felt really good for the deck? Everything. I should beat everything with this. It's a broken deck. What matchups did I struggle with? None. I should have won the event. Honestly, JW went undefeated against Gardevoir. I played against 4 of them, and I went very 50-50. But I was saying this, I felt like I was low rolling though. Like I really did. There were certain like key things that needed to happen that just were like not necessarily happening. But I felt like the deck was very strong, had a lot of potential. And like, if you take my record of 1-1 and 2 against Guardy and combine it with like JW's like 4-0 against Guardy, I mean, like we were solid against Guardy. The other deck I beat was a Lost Box. Like just a turbo Lost Box deck. Yeah. So I beat 3 Lost Box decks. 3. I beat 2 Dragapult Lost Box and a turbo Lost Box. And it was just 1 win away from being in day 2. Call for family really hype here. My opponent's playing Lugia, so they're not setting up fast. That's just how it goes. Playing Gholdengo, and we've got our Gimmighoul in the active. They're powering up Wellspring, Ogerpon. I am just going to start things off with a Vessel, and then probably Ultra Ball for Radiant Greninja to draw another couple cards. And then I can call for family to get 1 more Pokemon. I'm probably just ditching this Rod. So let's do that. I'm not ditching the Rod. I can get rid of these 2. But then I want to call for family, so I probably will ditch the Rod, actually. That's fine. We're going to go get Radiant Greninja. Come on, Greninja. Let's go. Concealed cards. Send it. Okay. And now we're going. Call for family. And I think here it's just going to be a Bidoof. It could be Palkia. And we could just say, like, if I find an Irida, then I'm literally just attacking with... All right, I think it is Palkia, yeah. We're going to get Palkia, and then we say, like, if we find Irida, then I'm just popping off with a turn 2 attack. I can go get Prime Catcher. I can use my V-Star, and then we're just, like, kind of rocking and rolling. So we'll just do that. But Lugia felt like a good matchup. We were thinking about playing Enhanced Hammer for a little while. And the reason we decided to play Gholdengo is because we kept beating things. Like in our test, we were beating Lost Box. We were beating Gardevoir. I beat Miraidon in testing. Like I had Jesse pull up Miraidon. We beat Miraidon. I was beating Lugia without Hammer because Lugia is just a pile. So we were just beating Lugia because it was... So like honestly, we were beating a lot of stuff. And it was like, okay, cool. We're going to play this deck that nobody expects us to play and kind of just see how it goes. Dang, they still aren't doing anything. That's crazy. And then here's our Irida, just like I said. So now we go here. Coin bonus. And then concealed cards. Thank you, Yumi Force, for the sub and the 21 months. Appreciate you. And honestly, I can just knock out this Wellspring Mask. We'll Irida for this, and I think I've got 4 energy in my discard pile. Yes, I do. I saw Lugia with Drapion V. That was kind of funny. But yeah, Lugia is just it's just I really can't justify Lugia with how inconsistent it is. It really is grossly inconsistent as a deck, and there's really no way to fix it. Right? It's just bad. I mean, the power level of the deck is insanely high, and we wanted to play Lugia. We did. Because it has all the right pieces to be like an incredibly broken deck. And especially it felt like, you know, being one of the... See, I'm not supposed to be playing against Gholdengo mirrors, all right? Man. All right, here we go. Looks like I'm playing a Gholdengo mirror, and I've got the broken setup going first, though, so it don't even matter, honestly. We're gonna get the turn 2 Moonlight Shuriken, and they're just kind of cooked, so... Yeah, that's right. We've got everything we need right here in the deck. Beautiful. Palkia. Gimme Ghoul. And we just want to thin the deck as much as possible. I don't have any other basics to get, so we can get rid of that. Get these. And concealed cards. Well, let's go. And there's Bieberel, but unfortunately, my Bidoof is prized. So, can't get that right now. The 1/1 Bieberel really kind of transformed this deck for me, and I think turned it into turned it into like an actual viable deck. I think without the Bieberel, it's not very serious, frankly. But with Bieberel, the deck just gets a lot more serious. Relying only on Gholdengo feels bad, but having a guarantee fill to 5 and then Gholdengo giving you like The fact that, like, Gholdengo's draw power feels really bad if you're starting from a 1-card hand. That's kind of like, but Gholdengo feels good if you've got, at minimum, a 5-card hand. And basically, the Bibarel kind of guarantees that you're, at minimum, rocking with a 5-card hand, which is nice. Now, a 1/1 line is sufficient because you don't actually need Bibarel in the early game necessarily. You just need it by the time you're getting Iono'd at the end. Concealed cards. Cool. And here we go. The Cypher Maniac is going to provide Cypher Maniac, and we just want to stack literally Palkia. And then we can stack, I think, another Cypher Maniac for next turn, which is pretty cool. So we'll do that. Evolve into Gholdengo and coin bonus. Oh, we could get another. Yeah, that's what we should have done. We should have gotten a second Gholdengo to draw into Palkia. Yeah. That would have been fun, but it's all good. Yeah, we could have changed. And then we go Skadoosh. Take those two. We still got Prime Catcher in the deck. This is something that's always a little bit sketchy. With the list is if you use Palkia to get the turn 2 Moonlight Shuriken, and you have to leave this thing with 0 energy, they could stall it. Now I'm playing a Gholdengo Mirror right now, so like that's probably not going to happen. But against decks like Guardy, you have to be very aware of that, right? Because they will try to gust this thing up and stall it. So you have to be aware, like make sure you keep your Prime Catcher in your deck if you're about to do this. Make sure you have your Turo scenario available if you're about to do this. Oh, thank you, Kami Mothman, for the sub. Appreciate it. Heard I'm not a C-Pow head anymore? No, I am, for sure. Definitely. I love Chen Pao. I just was playing Chen Pao's, best friend, Gholdengo. Thank you, Dave, for the sub and the 53 months. You see how similar they are? Pokestop down. All right. Cool. I love to see that. I've got another Cypher Maniac coming, so what we can do off this next Cypher Maniac is I can just stack 2 more Gholdengo if I want to. But honestly, I do kind of want the... You think Chen Pao's friend is Bolt? No. No way. Raging Bolt is closer to like Roaring Moon. Raging Bolt is closer to like Miraidon or Roaring Moon, I would say. Thank you, GS Umbreon, for the sub. Appreciate it. Okay, we do need to find a... We need to find a Metal Energy. I don't believe I actually have one of those yet. I've actually only got 3 energy, period, so that's fun. Let's retreat, get that energy into the discard pile, and then I think I want a Cypher Maniac. We might coin bonus first and then Cypher Maniac into the Pokestop. I think kind of complete as many pieces as possible, that's fine. There. We've got another Gholdengo, which is nice. And we can see another card. Nice. We've got another Gholdengo. But at this point, my hand is getting a little small, so I do need to worry about that. Very small, actually. Okay. So then, I haven't seen enough energy yet. I need 7 energy to take this knockout. So it's fine. Double Vessel and draw with Ninja to hit Superior. Yeah, because we just need to see more energy. Yeah, and then like you're kind of hoping that you find a Superior. Well, that helps. Cool. So then we Earthen Vessel to thin a little bit of energy out of the deck. I'm going to keep the Vacuum in case I find another Pokestop. So we'll do that. And then I do need to find a Superior, which we did not find. 6. I'm a little bit short, unfortunately. Thank you, Roger the Kyogre, for that sub. Appreciate it. That's okay. Go here. I think I was hoping that if I played the Vessel, there was a route where I find it if I just drew into more energy there, right? So that's why I didn't play the Vessel, but I guess maybe I should have played the Vessel because I could have found another Vessel, which also would have got it for me. So like, yeah, kind of funny, but. $10 damage short. Dang. Tough. Yeah, maybe I should have played that second Vessel first. Thank you, Windstreak, for the Prime sub and the 10 months. They've got their 6 energy down, so like they're in a pretty good spot. They don't have a Bieberell set up or anything though. So it is possible that I could get them out of KO range. Thank you, Jack Bean, for that Prime sub. And there's the Superior they need, so they probably will be taking this knockout. They're going to go to 2. I certainly need to find Iono. Or I could take this knockout with a single prizer, is also an option. If I am able to find, like, my 70 hit points Gimme Ghoul could possibly take this KO. The Chestaflage? I know. We were talking about Chestaflage as a possibility. You know, just getting yourself kind of like a free turn here and there. He rams for 10. That's hype. All right, here we go. Gholdengo getting smacked. 3-card hand. About to go to 5. That's fine. Need to find Iono this turn for sure. I've got a pretty fat deck, so I may not be able to find it. Let's see. Prime Catcher. I think I want to see as much draw as possible. Because I feel like I just lose if I don't find this Iono. Let's go. Superior way these. And we'll conceal cards once. Okay. And then Pokestop. There's my Iono. Very cool. All right, have I actually seen enough energy to even take a knockout? Yes, I've got 6 down here. Cool. So bench that. And sure, play Irida. To thin another card I don't need out of the deck. Superior away. So I need 7. So that is all of them. Cool. And then do that, and then we will vacuum away this and just hope that they whiff. Make it rain for 300 and just hope that they don't have it. Dang. That's a 1 energy diff in the matchup so far. Tough, but maybe I could have routed that turn that I whiffed slightly better. I imagine that they have it without hand disruption. But we will see. Is Charizard still in the meta? A little bit. Somewhat, for sure. I played against one at NAIC. The letter of encouragement? No way. And they just got it, huh? That's crazy. GG's, GG's. You are the Gholdengo master. What can I say? Dude, I got out Gholdengo'd. Unfortunate. All right, no more losing, though. I'm going to win from here on out. That was just a warm-up game for sure. What made me play the Cheese Man? It's an invincible deck. It feels like it's got good draw power. It's got a lot of control over the game. It's got good options. It's just nice. You know, with Irida, you can hand select the items you want. You know, combine that with pretty good draw power and one-hit KO potential. Good deck. It was definitely like running laps in our testing, so that was cool. Future hands, huh? Looks like I'm playing against future hands with the Golden Goat. Top deck Buddy Buddy Poffin. That's great. Want to see if our Bieberell's in the deck. It's not. This is the kind of hand where Bieberell feels really good. If I'm being honest, because we've got the Ultra Ball already there. So, I'm just going to go get these. And then Ultra Ball. Probably just don't want Palkia down in this matchup, if I'm being honest. Go there. And we got to get Radiant Greninja. Concealed cards, see if we can find anything else. It's pretty good. We can Nest Ball. No, not Nest Ball. We can Vessel. Just to cycle more energy out of the deck. Attach an energy and pass. Cool. And then we imagine they'll take a turn one knockout on a gimme. I think both Jesse and JW finished top 256. So we all did like pretty mid. I was top 512. They were top 256. It wasn't exceptional, but it wasn't bad either. Considering we played Gholdengo, like it wasn't that bad, you know. It really could have been worse. And I think there is something here. JW got to win his winning in on stream, which was pretty cool. Not a lot going on in this hand, going to be honest with you. But that's okay. I got Rod and Buddy Buddy. So we can work with that. You played Lugia at NAIC and had 3 Miraidon matches to start? Yeah, that sounds tough, huh? Can't believe 6 out of the top 8 decks were all Guardy. That's pretty crazy. I did select all... I was so confident that Guardy was going to do well that I did select all Guardy stuff for my fantasy, you know, when Pokemon does their, like, fantasy draft thing. I selected entirely Guardy stuff for that. Nice. Got a Gholdengo off the top. That feels great. Haven't seen a supporter yet, so let's just dig. We still haven't seen a supporter. All right. There's one. And you know what? That'll work. Iono here is cool. Okay, 2 gimmies. Get those back out. I'll leave a nest ball for the Bidoof. I need to find 3 energy, so... Thank you, Hockey Dude, for that sub and the 4 months. And 3 energy I have. Make it rain. Yeah, that's sick, Marco Lax. Happy to hear it. There's a Gholdengo right there. One of the things I really liked about playing Gholdengo over the weekend is it felt like its HP threshold was really awkward for a lot of decks to hit. As you could see in the last mirror I just played, even like 260 is even awkward for Gholdengo to hit. It's just 260 is a really weird number. A lot of decks are kind of calibrated to hit, 220, 230, or like maybe 280 or 330, but like you basically ask decks to have to like knock out V-Star. Like Gholdengo might as well be a V-Star, right? It might as well be a Giratina V-Star or something. So Ursaluna is tough for you to knock out, but Ursaluna cannot knock you out either. So like that's totally fine. Like we're just gonna destroy this Iron Hands deck. I'm telling you, Gholdengo like has some pretty good matchups. Like pretty much everything actually. It's a good matchup. Pretty much everything. And the thing is like our list was super unrefined also. Right? Like the list we played. Dang, they got me with the 2 prizes here. That's fine. The list we played, it was like we made it up the day before the event. And none of us had tested a single game with Gholdengo before the event. So we all went in and did decent without having ever played it before. Do I feel like I could have won games I lost? 100%. I made like a real backbreaking misplay against, it wasn't a misplay. It was like I got punished for a line of play that I chose, and it was a valid line of play against Isaiah Bradner. But like he happened to, I had 2 lines I could have taken against Isaiah Bradner. He had his Luminion on the bench, and I could have prime catchered up the Luminion and hit it with Palkia V-Star for knockout to take the first 2 prizes of the game. Or I could prime catcher up his, I had everything I needed to prime catcher up his, Manaphy and canceling Cologne it and take knockouts with Radiant Greninja. And basically I decided to take out both of his, I need to think for a second while I'm talking, which is why we're doing this. All right, yeah, my Bieberell's prize, that's right. I decided to take out both his Curlias because he only had like a 4-card hand. So I was like, all right, I'm going to take out his 4-card hand, but I didn't have enough energy in the discard pile to be able to accelerate 1 energy onto Palkia V-Star. So Palkia V-Star was going to be left with no energy on it, which is always risky. But I decided to take the risk and go for both of his Curlias with Moonlight Shuriken. And I took out all of his draw, but off of that, he ended up finding everything he needed to go Iono, counter catcher up my Palkia, retreat his Manaphy, and like knock out one of my bench Pokemon. And then, so like off of that, he needed me to not find my Silene or my Turo scenario to move my Palkia, and I couldn't find it. So like that was tough. But I took such a commanding lead with that play that I still had routes to win that game. All I needed to do was find my boss's orders off of like 2 turns of very deep draw, and I like couldn't find my boss. So I think a better route was to gust up the Luminion and knock it out for 2 prizes with Palkia rather than to take the risky play of leaving Palkia with no energy, because it did get stalled. So yeah, that's what we're doing. It's a good find there. And then we can Cypher Maniac for... How many energy do I have in the discard? About 5? Yeah. It was tough. I mean, it ultimately was just a judgment call, right? And it was like... And it was a fine judgment call. I did just get punished for it. Vacuum would go hard, but I don't even know that I need it yet. Like, I don't know that I need it. I think I'm okay. Just make it rain for 250. Basically, we're forcing them to gust every turn for the rest of the game. And they have 3 prizes left to take, so it's like they can't really knock out Gholdengo in one hit, so they kind of have to gust. Maybe this Bidoof should have never gone down. But I definitely felt like I could have won games where I lost. And then there was a... In my win-and-in, I am able to win one of my games against Raging Bolt if I just don't... They just need to, like, not catch our heads. Right? It's like they played one catcher. It needs to just not be heads, and I win, and it is heads. Right? So, like, that was tough. Or I need to not be 1 energy shy of, like, the KO on his Raging Bolts, which I was. So I really did feel like that there were some low rolls that kind of just were, you know, the rolls weren't going my way. I missed 2 out of the 3 Silenes that I played at the event. I double tails them. You know, it was kind of rough. But I also felt like the list could have been slightly more optimized. It was a rough list, and I feel like the list was good. Like, as far as Gholdengo goes, like, it was pretty good for sure. But it could have been better. All right, so now it'd be dope if we had Turo Scenario right now. That would be sick. So that way they don't win with boss. I've also prized my Bibarel both these games that I've showed you guys so far, which is not great. Usually Bibarel is a big help, you know? A really helpful guy. It's the kind of guy you want for sure. All right, no Turo Scenario, sad. Maybe they just don't have boss's orders, you know? I know, and the Bibarel could save me from Miraidon as well. I know, right? Sad. None of this matters. Surely they don't have boss again, guys. Yeah, the Bibarel there would have been insanely clutch. But, you know, he's been a slacker, so. But that's our misplay. We shouldn't have put the Bidoof down. Knowing that this route could have come. Yeah, we just should have never put the Bidoof down. We shouldn't have put ourselves in that situation. Maybe they don't have it, though. They didn't have it. Sick. GG's. Broken deck. Broken deck, bro. Thank goodness I'm not punished, dude. I'm way too tired after this. I'm way too tired after this long weekend to be making really crunchy optimal plays on my TCG Live account, okay? I had one too many slushies over the weekend. Exciting GLC event, though. There was over 160 players for the Gym Leader Challenge side events at NAIC, and they held a whole 2-day ordeal with like a top 8 cut and all that. So that was like really exciting. That was really cool. 168. Palafin, huh? Is Palafin still broken on TCG Live? Doesn't it like not work? Yeah. So isn't their game just going to crash? I understand they're being hopeful, but like, maybe they don't know. True. All right, we got an insane opening for sure. Palkia's prize, that's fine. Going Irida. And we've got everything that we want. So we're really just going to start getting more energy out of the deck with Double Vessel. And we want to thin our energy to get it out of the deck. And then the counts of 50 versus 70 HP gimme should definitely be swapped. No, they definitely shouldn't. Call for Family is very good. I beat both the Dragapult decks I played against. Yeah. Dragapult is not a good deck, so you don't really have to worry about it. Also, the one retreat's good too. But nah, you're chilling. Call for Family. You call for Family all the time. Guardy can Flutter Monkey for 2. Against Guardy, if they have Flutter Mane and Monkey up before you got your Gholdengos out, like, dude, you gotta... I'll give you that, though. It is annoying. I think I played against 4 Guardies, and I only had that happen. I think I only had that exact situation happen once, but I called for Family like almost every other game, right? So, like, you're kind of weighing one versus the other. I don't know. I'm partial to the little guys. I think you kind of just want to like get them set up explosively, and then you never have to worry about them again. We were talking a lot about whether or not you want to go first or second. And I think I think we started choosing blind second because we didn't want to get donked. There's not a lot of basics in the deck. And like getting donked by a Lost Box or Raging Bolt would just feel absolutely horrendous. All right. You guys think we can get enough energy to actually knock out one of these Palafins? Probably not, but it'd be fun if we did, though. We have 4 down. We can do it. We just got to believe a little. All right, it's not looking great so far. We're close, kind of. We need like a superior, and we need another energy too. So, yeah, I am 1 energy short, which is kind of funny. One energy short. A memoir by Gholdengo EX. Yeah, Turo scenario is like really good for your Lost Box matchups. Anything that can't like one hit KO a Gholdengo, being able to just Turo scenario is like absolutely demoralizing for them. And they're only doing 250 damage, so they're not actually one hit KO in Gholdengo, which is fine. And I've got Turo scenario right here. I'm not ninjaing for squat. We prized our Palkia. You think they got the Kieran in their hand? They ain't got no Kieran over there. No way. And if they do, well, then we're... Okay, well, maybe now they're going to have Kieran. That's fine. That's fine. No, they got Boss. All right, all right. Ancient Box probably isn't like your best matchup with Gholdengo. For the same reason why Ancient Box is not a great matchup for Baxcalibur, right? I mean, it's the same thing. You knocked out my Bibarel? You monster. You monster. Honestly, like, grow up. I should have stopped first. It's fine. This is kind of fun. Thank you, Nick, for the sub and the 5 months. Appreciate you. Come on. Just a cheeky little energy retrieval. How hard could it be? Dang, pretty hard, huh? It definitely should have stopped first at the beginning of that sequence. Before the pal pad. Because you want to like thin the deck of items and then put the supporters back in. Because my original reason I was like, oh, I want a Palpad first because I have a higher chance of being able to find an Irida or something like that. The Bieber, I'm telling you, the Bieberell is so important. That thing is, I mean, like, I just hit that sequence no problem if Bieberell's online. But it's fine. I'm still confident that we're going to win this game. Very confident. Look, they didn't even have an attack. You know, thank you for the win for the raid of 45. Appreciate it. Hopefully you're having a nice day so far. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everybody from For the Win TCG. Just playing some Gholdengo. This is the deck I played at the North American International Championships. It was a lot of fun to pilot, and I'm showing it off now because I think the deck is a lot better than people are giving it credit for right now. DHL is here. All right. Let's freaking go, dude. All right, folks. It looks like my boxes of Night Wanderer are here. Very interesting. So there's two things we could do. We could either keep playing TCG live, or I could, you know, go get 6 booster boxes of the newest Pokemon TCG set, and we could do that instead. You know, so like, there's 2 different routes. Put the cheese man away. I want to see some real cardboard. All right, let me finish off this Palafin player first. Yeah, shiny cardboard does usually overcome, for sure. When's the next live maintenance? Whew. Could be any day. It's usually on Tuesdays, though. But I didn't see a notification when I booted up the client this morning, so that doesn't necessarily mean anything. But it could. This is like the nice thing about Gholdengo as opposed to Baxcalibur is like your guys have a little bit of draw built in, which is really nice. Whereas like when you get hit by the Iono, you get your Bieberell knocked out in Baxcalibur, it's like really sad, but Diet Mountain Dew, I know, I'm off the energy drinks now, but like honestly, Mountain Dew Baja Blast Zero is like otherworldly. If you guys haven't had the Mountain Dew Baja Blast Zero, that's like next level. It's so good. I don't know how they made it so good, but it is. It's just so good. All right, what's my trainer situation looking like? Like, I'm a little bit light. But honestly, I can go for... I should have, like, the exact amount of energy I need left. Oh, I got double superior right here. So, you know, let's just do it. 6. I need 1 more energy. So let's Cypher Maniac and let's stack a Vessel or something. There's 2 in there and there's 2 in my discard pile. Oh, so 8. I need 7. So let's get Vessel and Retrieval. That seems optimal. And we'll get those too. And then we should be able to go Vessel here, Superior here, and we kind of want to leave that palette. No, we want to leave the Luminian over there. So like the Rod, and everything else we should be able to get. So I have 8 in my hand right now. I'm gonna put that there. I'll hit this. There's my Rod. Okay. We make it rain for 350. And we should have like just enough juice in our deck to be able to pull this win off, which is sick. That's what the 0 is better. The 0 is better than the diet somehow. I don't really know the science behind that, but it's true. Yeah, the Baja Blast 0 is like S tier. What really got me turned on to the Baja Blast 0, like I had it once randomly, and I was like, dang, that's pretty good. But then I stopped drinking energy drinks, and I was having a really tough time. I was out, like, I don't know, I was on a road trip or something, and I was like out, and I was like, dang, I'm really in a caffeine crunch right now, and I didn't feel like having a coffee. And I looked at the back of the, whatever, like a 16-ounce bottle of Baja Blast 0. That thing's got like 116 milligrams of caffeine. I was like, dang, bro, that'll get me there for sure. 116 milligrams. It's got like, that's a lot of caffeine for just a soda. All right. Okay, so I do not quite, they have 3 prizes left. So I want to hit Prime Catcher, so I think I'm sending up this one. And it's pretty much nice. Yeah, it's guaranteed. I ate at this restaurant Mother's like 5 times. At New Orleans. There we go. Make it rain. Skadoosh. Nice. All right, Gholdengo. Got us there. We probably some energies. Mother's was incredible. Yeah. It was amazing. I had the Ferdy special. I had breakfast there one day. I had the Ferdy special with cheese one day. I had some gumbo. I had, man, the cheese grits were so good. Yeah, man. It was great. All right, one more game, and then I'm gonna go get the cards, and then we can open them. All right, how about that? Honestly, the biscuits there were like so soft. I don't know that I had ever had a biscuit that was that soft before. It was incredible. The food was great. The vibes were great. The weather was hot, but that's okay. You did have to you could not leave your Pokemon cards out. I don't know if anybody else noticed that. You could not simply leave a Pokemon card on the table. It was going to end up a Pringle if you did that. The humidity was quite high. But the vibes were great. So, like, you know, that goes a long way. All right, looks like we're up against Reggie Drago. Cool. Let's hit that stop. Cool. We can Earthen Vessel away that. See what we got in the old prize card situation. Looks like it's going to be a Radiant Greninja off this Ultra Ball, and then we want to call for family. See, we always call for family, guys. We call for family all the time. And we'll conceal cards. Gimme down, energy retrieval. And it's going to be a call for family situation. I think the call... I really do want a Bidoof because my hand is not big. That's fine. I think I'm going with that. That's cool. That's cool. If they knock out my gimme, that's fine. Yeah, they're definitely going Cluffa. They ain't got squat. Yup. Grasping draw. For sure. Well, I guess they could find a teal mask. Energy switch here. That's a pretty fire-looking hand for us. But do they have any dragons in the discard pile? They do not. Maybe they could hit one off of the Pokestop. And that could give them the combo that they need. Oh, yeah, let's go. But do you have a dragon down? Hit my stop. Do it. No dragon for you. Why Prime Catcher over Hyper Aroma? You have to play Prime Catcher in this deck. I'm like pretty positive of that. Oh, they're going to use their V-Star. Holy smokes. Not the Dragon. Oh my God, my Bidoof is dead. I forgot about that. Oh my God. We're cooked, bro. We're cooked. We're cooked. We're finished. All right. This is going to get kind of rough out here, but that's okay. They can't hit the double gimme. This thing's got 70 hit points. No, 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 no. We got it. We got it. We got it. I know. Well, okay. I'll give it to you. I did purchase. No! Oh, they can go double gimme. This is fine, actually. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. We're fine. They can double gimme because they have prime. I didn't realize they hit the Prime Catcher off the thing. This is fine. This is okay. We're in a fine spot, actually. This is totally good. Yeah, like I'm not even like concerned a little bit about that. Okay, see, that's great. The cipher there, fantastic. Okay. Ultra Ball away these. Getting the Bibarel. Okay, we gotta find the rod. Great. Gonna be Cipher Maniac for rod. And Iono. Yeah, we're going to need that. And then we can conceal cards into that. And then we're going to get the rod. And we're going to have to put these gamers back into the deck. And then we're putting them all down. You can't knock them all out, okay? And Industrious Incisors. Okay, wonderful. Yes. Okay. 4 energy down, Earthen Vessel. Okay, we can Pokestop one time. Beautiful. And then put our metal energy here. And vacuum away the stop. So I don't want them to have it. All right, pass. Okay, here we go. We're doing great. Not even stressed. They go to 3, and then they have to knock out 2 Gholdengos. No, they're not going to go to 3. They're going to go to 2, actually. All right, maybe they just checkmate me right here. No, they don't go to 3. They go to 2 because they're knocking out one of these gimme goals. All right, maybe we should have 370 hit point ones. You know, maybe that wasn't the craziest idea. No, we're fine. All right. Yeah, stay the course, guys. Stay the course. Stay the course. We aight. They don't have Raging Bulk in the discard pile yet. So like they don't have a guy who like instantly one hit KOs me or anything. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. It's fine. So, we're going to want to care this thing. They just need to not have, like, 2 grass energy. Off of the Iono. That's what we need. Okay, so finally, nothing like some turn 3 Gholdengos. Kind of epic. All right. We've seen 6 energy. Okay. Just want to thin. Incisors. Coin bonus. Coin bonus. And get rid of those. And we make it rain, and we say, please, 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 Mr. Reggie Drago, please do not have the win. Please. Don't do it, Mr. Drago. I think all they need is 1 grass energy, like 1 energy, and they win. Yeah, all right. That was fun, guys. Let's go get some cardboard, okay? they sauced me up with the Prime Catcher too. The Prime Catcher knockout too. Sheesh. All right, yeah, let's go open some booster packs, huh? I'll be right back after this. Thank you so much for being here. When I get back, we're going to open some booster packs of the, I don't know, Fabled Darkness or whatever. All right. Hang tight. All right, y'all, we're back. Thank you for the patience. I've got 6 booster boxes of the Newest Pokemon TCG sets ready to go. I'm really excited about these. Thank you, Hookshot, for the Prime sub. It's like mini sets. I guess not a mini set. It's kind of a mini set for us, but for Japan, it's like a very normal size set. But it's like a one-off set. You know, a lot of sets in Japan, they come out as like dual sets. You kind of have like one and the other, but there we go. It's a very average size set. And it's got the new poison guys in there. Let's see, you know. They always include a little goodie. Like, and it's usually like an eraser. like when you order from Plaza Japan. But I found that like a lot of times when I order stuff from Japan, they include like a little prize in your package. So fantastic. And the stuff is always wrapped in Japanese newspaper. So that's super charming. I love it. Thank you, Radiant Magikarp and Insocience for that Prime sub. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that Magikarp is like $100-something? The Magikarp art rare. Did you guys see that? The Magikarp art rare, $100. You know, there are cards. Thank you, Morris, for the sub in the 46 months. There are cards that are like really old that are not worth that much money. That's what doesn't make sense to me. It's like there are really old rare cards that are worth less than that. It's nuts. And it's a great card, for sure. It's super cool. But that never makes sense to me. Like when you get like Moonbryon being $1,000. Like that don't make no sense to me. And I get it, it's cool. People just love the evolutions. Like, I get it. But that's like up there rivaling the cost of like Umbreon and Espeon Gold Stars. You know, it's like, come on now. That's crazy. Like, if we're just talking about... Anyways, let me pull this up real quick. If we're just talking about... Like, people are in love with this card for whatever reason. It's like $1,000, right? I mean, it's a Umbreon, Gigantamax, Dynamax, whatever, Howling at the Moon. Okay, it's very cool. It's cute. But, like... This card is like extremely cool and extremely rare and is only costs a couple $100. Like all of these old Umbreons here are not nearly as much. And I guess it's just a matter of taste, you know, when it comes down to it. This Umbreon, frankly, and as far as like the moon and stuff goes, like this is also technically a Moonbryon, right? And this is like one of the dopest Umbreons ever printed, in my opinion. You got the sick full moon in the background there. It's like silhouetted, looks super gnarly. And it's only a few $100s. So I never really get... I really don't get like the modern chase cards. Like I don't really get it. I respect that it's a thing, but it's not for me. Like why are the modern chase cards like... I think it's just that hype grows hype, right? And it's that like most people these cards just have more hype around them. I think that's just literally what it is, right? I think there's just more hype. It's just more hype, more excitement, right? Which drives prices up. But like old cards like this, you know, obviously this card in packs of Neo Discovery is not as rare as a Moonbryon is now. But this card in good condition right now is way more rare than a Moonbryon. 100%. If you want to look up, well, like PSA, how do you look at like PSA counts of like, how many counts of different population report? Yeah. So what is this? 10 is that last column, right? Yep. So you've got like less than 1,000 of this card in a 10? Is that what I'm seeing? But I guarantee you, like, Moonbryons, there's probably way more. There are 11,000 Gen Mint 10 Moonbryons. There we go. Okay, there we go. Yes. 11,000 Gen Mint 10 Moonbryons. So it's like, it's not, the card is not more rare than this. Not even close. It's all a matter of hype. And for some reason, collectors like the new stuff more than the old stuff. And that, to me, makes no sense. Because I will gladly just soak up all of the old stuff. Because that stuff is way more cool, in my opinion. Like, it's actually more rare. Like, that's the crazy thing. It's like, yeah, this card's way more rare than a Moonbryon is, right? It should be more expensive. This card is way more rare and, to me, desirable than a Moonbryon. Yes. I'd rather have this card than a Moonbryon any day. It's freaking sick. So, yeah. Like, even the stuff from, like, Aquapolis and Skyridge is so insanely rare. Like, this stuff barely exists. Anytime you see, like, this Umbreon Holo Rare, like, out in the wild, it's honestly, like, kind of insane. Yeah, this one's like $1,000. But this card should not be the same price as a Moonbryon. Because this card is, like, rare as all get out. First edition, like less than 100, literally. It's so crazy. But yes. Anyways, that's my old man rant about card prices. I don't really mind. It's cool because it means I can still afford some of the cool old cards, you know? You know, the new cards, they drive business at Full Grip Games, so it's all good with me. But I don't understand it. I'm going to be honest with you. It's kind of hype because they're driving up the the people's love for the art rares drives up the prices of the booster boxes that I have sitting around, so that's nice. Thank you, Matt Smith's hair, for the Prime sub. So I got six booster boxes of the new set to open. I don't think I've seen all the secret rares from it yet, so that's kind of cool. Don't upload this discussion to YouTube. And people ain't going to listen to what I got to say about it. Nobody cares. You would need, like, Logan Paul to come out. Or some... You need, like, I don't know. You would need, like, a major shift in popular culture towards the old cards for some reason. Like, you would just... I think it's just, like... For some reason, all of the hype... Like, hype drives costs, right? Because hype drives desire. Desire drives cost. So, like, all of the hype is centered around, like, the newer age cards, which doesn't... Like, I guess, you know? But for me, like, as a collector, I've been collecting since I was a kid. For me, like, the older cards are, like, way more desirable as a collector because it's, like, they're rarer and harder to find. Like, when I walk into a store and I see, like, a bunch of modern alt arts, I'm like, that's not, like, of course you have those. What's intriguing to walk into a store and find is like an EX from 2005. That's like interesting. I'm like, okay, well, like this is actually something cool because it's old, right? And it's hard to see. It is hard to find these. They won't be modern forever. I mean, they will always be more modern than the vintage cards, right? They will always be more modern than that. Breaking news, old man likes old cards. That's not true, though, because there's old men out there that like the new cards. There must be. Or else how would the prices be so dang high? The EX sets are newer than the base set, but some are more expensive. That's because the base set of Pokemon, and this is something that's really interesting about like the way that the Pokemon franchise kind of worked, is that since Pokemon was a viral craze at its onset, base set, Jungle, and Fossil were some of the most produced sets ever in Pokemon's history, right? Which meant that those were not the rarest sets as compared to like Magic's alpha set, right? It's like, okay, Magic the Gathering wasn't like a viral craze when it started. So its first couple sets are actually some of the most rare sets. Pokemon's most rare sets are the sets that were being printed as Pokemon's viral hype died down. So we're talking like Sky Ridge. We're talking the, you know, Rocket's Return sets. We're talking Neo Destiny, like those sets, right? That's like some of those sets. While Pokemon was in a little bit of a lull, those are the sets that like are the rarest Pokemon sets. Aquapolis, yes. Those are the rarest Pokemon sets. Neo Destiny, Aquapolis, Sky Ridge, Rocket Returns is extremely rare. Fire Red, Leaf Green. So yeah. Right. And if anybody looks at their like old collections, right, you're not going to find a lot of those cards from those eras because that was like during Pokemon's lull. Everybody's got an old binder of cards lying around that's got base, Jungle, and Fossil. It's like nauseating, actually. Okay. So it makes perfect sense that those sets are not the most expensive. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. But, you know, those cards from Pokemon's like rare period, like those cards should be more expensive, honestly. And they are. I mean, they're pretty expensive, but they should be, in my opinion, they should be the most expensive cards Like, those should be the most expensive cards in the Pokemon universe. Like, the shiny cards from Neo Destiny, like the Shining Charizards and all that. Stuff from the EX era, like Gold Star Charizard, the Gold Star Evolutions. All that stuff is like some of the rarest stuff in the Pokemon universe, for sure. Moonbreon is not rare. It's just very desirable. So, like, it's just got a lot of hype around it. It's not the rarest card. You can find them. They're all over the place, really. You walk into any card store, they might just have one. It's not a very rare card. It's just that people want it. And it's the hype. The hype drives the hype, right? And for some, there just hasn't been like that same level of like hyper fixation on like an old card. If the community decided to hyper fixate on one retro card, like if the community all of a sudden decided that we absolutely need a Shining Charizard, if that's what everybody was like, wait, hold up, Shining Charizard is actually like the dopest card ever printed. First of all, they would be correct in a lot of ways because it is one of the dopest cards ever printed. But if the community just decided that, like, holy smokes, we need one of these. I mean, the card's already, like, very expensive. But it would become even more expensive. But I think part of what makes the Moonbreon so popular is that it's not too rare, right? That's part of what makes it so popular, is that it's not too hard to find. So it's easy enough to find that there can be hype around it, right? It's easy enough to find that your average collector could come into one. So like that's kind of what's interesting about it. But I don't believe that the $1,000 price tag is like legitimate. But I mean, it is. It sells and completes at that all the time. But like, I personally would not be investing into that card. I would not be investing into that card at $1,000. If I pulled one, cool. But I would not be investing into it at $1,000. Anyways, we got booster packs to open, so let's get to it. We need to I need to take a picture for a thumbnail, so let's do that. I need to make sure that my camera is set up. Oh yeah. Here we are in Tricky Jim Studios. Cool. Let me get chat over here. What should we predict on? I don't know. What do you guys want to predict on? I forget. I don't know anything that's going on in this set. I don't know what we're going to find. I don't know what we're looking for. I'm about to take a thumbnail right quick on my cell phone. Okay, I don't want to be like getting my shoulder all in the shot, so that looks nice. Cool. The art rare okie dokie. I really haven't seen like any of the crazy hits from this set yet, so I don't even really know what to expect. Okay, let me take a thumbnail real quick. All right, we ready to roll? Well, let's do it. Place at a dangerous laser. Oh, yeah. Should I bring any like pack opening friends with me? Every great pack opening channel has like some little buddies in the background. Okay, let's see. That seems fine. We got that going on. All right, I think I'm going to be sleeving in Dragon Shield Classics today. It's kind of fun. Okay, let's see. I gotta pull my OBS thing over here. Yeah, I keep getting my shoulder in, man. How do I need to like... I'm still getting used to doing the front-facing pack openings. Usually I did the top-down, but I decided the front-facing ones are kind of fun, so I like that. Okay, that looks good, actually. Now let's get a friend. Like Cleffa? I don't think Cleffa's gonna stand though. No, Cleffa is not standing. All right, Cleffa, you're fired for sure. Oh, check this out. Oh yeah. This lovely couple sent me this tricky gym mug. Oh heck yeah. And they were asking me if I got it, and I was like, yeah, I showed it off on stream the other day. But I don't know if they saw it. So now there's a higher chance. Please subscribe. Yeah, there we go. Please subscribe. Beautiful. That is cool, isn't it? Happy with how that turned out. I feel like my exposure's a little hot, so check that out real quick. Maybe I'm tripping. That looks a little dark. That looks good. Right there. Cool. What's this? This is Japan's Night Wanderer. All right, let's press records. Let's get into this thing. Ah! Thank you all so much for being here. About to open some Night Wanderer, the newest Pokemon trading card game set, just released actually on Friday, and today is Monday, so this is very quick turnaround. Very thrilled about this set. We've got the the Loyal 3, is that what they're called? Are they the Loyal 3? They're the 3 creatures, something like that. The 3 funny guys from the DLC. I don't know. I didn't play the DLC. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't think that Scarlet and Violet was a very good game, so I didn't sink any more money into it than I had to. Let's open some packs. For today's booster pack opening extravaganza, I've got 6 boxes of the newest Pokemon trading card game set, Night Wanderer, straight from Japan. This set was released on Friday, and today is Monday, June 10th. So not even a week, barely a weekend since its debut in Japan, and we've got plenty of packs to open on stream today. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to check out the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TrickyJim, where I stream live Pokemon TCG content just like this every weekday. We do pack openings, we do gameplay, we do competitive discussion. We do it all. And if you're watching this because you like booster pack opening, well, my booster pack openings have a little bit of a different angle to them, as I am using the cards that I open in today's video to build competitive decks for the Pokemon TCG, and I show them off on the main YouTube channel and try to see if the new cards are any good. That's really what we do here on Tricky Jim. So very excited about this. We've got Frou-Frou, Houndour, Dusclops. This is Clops, and then there's Nor. Yes, Eviltal and Galvantula. Am I getting some anti-aliasing? Are you guys noticing that? Is there more anti-aliasing than normal? Huh. Hold on. I can fix this. It's probably because I'm on such a low... I had my camera set to like a lower frame rate when I was filming interviews this weekend. Let me fix it. All right. This should be a little better, I think. Yes, that looks better. All right, I'm on 30 frames per second now. I was on 24 frames per second earlier. This seems chill. Yeah. Cool. Beautiful. All right. We've got all that squashed. Great. Dude, look at this Q font. That is so cool. Why is he walking in the woods? Why is he carrying rocks? Where is he going? Nobody knows. Axew. Rowlet. Wow. Just some great artwork so far. And Duskull. What a creepy guy. Just staring at you from across the way. Like the world's creepiest neighbor looking over the hedges. At nighttime. Yikes. I love the story on this Duskull card. Or I love the story on the... Did I say Clops? Did I say Duskull? Frick. Double frick. Dusclops. Yes. Creepy looking Dusclops too. Just staring at you from across the hedges. Dang. I mean, this thing is spooky. Why is he just staring with his single eyeball like that? I think this card has a story as well. I think there's like a Duskull, a Dusclops, and a Dusknoir, all art rares. So maybe we can pull the whole set. That would be pretty neat. And the new Colress card as well allows you to search your deck for a special energy and a stadium card. That's pretty neat. Today's opening, I'm sleeving my hits in Dragon Shield Silver Classics. Nothing beats the classics, folks. Lots of things beat the classics anyway. But as far as like sleeving, dang, I got to set it to... Why are you on auto exposure? That's so cringe. I didn't put you on auto exposure, bro. Nobody said be on auto exposure. Uh-oh. No. Okay, there we go. Anyways, we're just, you know, we got to persevere, all right? Dusclops, great. Golbats. Varoom. And, you know, that guy. The new Kyurem Lost Box Slayer. It has an ability that allows you to use its attack for just one colorless energy if your opponent has any card in the discard pile with Colress in the name. And this attack does 110 damage to 3 different Pokemon. You have to discard an energy. You have to discard all energy attached to it, but 110 to 3 is absolutely crazy. And using it for just one colorless energy is also crazy. But Lost Box decks can always just play Manaphy, so they do have that as a built-in defense. But, I mean, you could always cancel and clone the Manaphy, so there's counterplay to the counterplay. Seadra, Joltik, and the Binding Mochi tool card, which makes it so your poisoned Pokemon deal 40 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. That is pretty neat. This Drowsy, dang, dude. Look at that. He's creepy, and he is also creepy. This is a really creepy set. I wonder if, like, creatures gave instructions to the artist to just, like, be extra creepy this set. That's pretty cool if they did, though, honestly. Eevee did not get the creepy memo, clearly. Hypno and Crobat. This Crobat is pretty cool. It allows you to fill your hand to 8 cards if you played, like, Janine, the Janine supporter from your hand, which accelerates some darkness energy into play and poisons your own active. New United Wings attacker, Dartrix. There are now 4 United Wings attackers in the Pokemon TCG. Nito, Absol, Houndour, Frou-Frou, and a full art Kingdra EX. As far as the full arts go, this is a very pretty one, I have to say. That is a nice looking card. Kingdra, classic Pokemon, Gen 2. Gotta love Kingdra, and this is a pretty cool card as well. Its attack allows you to summon 3 water Pokemon from your discard pile straight to your bench. Doesn't matter if they're a Stage 2, Pokemon EX, VMAX, whatever. You can bring them straight from your discard pile to your bench. And then its attack does 50 damage plus 50 more damage for each water energy attached to Kingdra EX. So it can do like an infinite amount of damage. That's a pretty fun card. Golbat, Fracture, Sneasel, and the new Hourglass tool card, which accelerates energy from your discard pile to your active at the end of your turn. So kind of a interesting little tool card. I don't know that that effect has been replicated in the Pokemon TCG before, so that's kind of fun. The creepy Drowsy. Love Zubat. I love this Crobat line. I do feel like Crobat usually gets some pretty neat cards. And Cresselia Holo Rare. This attack does 80 damage plus 80 more damage if you flip over one of your own prize cards. And the Genesect, that makes it so that nobody... That's not true. It makes it so that your opponent can't play Ace-Spec cards from their hand so long as this Genesect has a tool card attached to it. So some anti-Ace-Spec technology for the Pokemon TCG is pretty cool. Inkay and this Duskull. This Duskull is kind of creepy. That's nice. Revavroom EX. Lightning-type Pokemon EX with 280 hit points. And it's got this 1 energy attack that does 20 damage plus 120 more damage if it moved from the bench to the active spot during your turn. And its second attack does 250, but you discard the Revavroom and all cards attached to it. You just have to discard it. You have to yeet it completely to the discard. And it does 250 damage. Kind of a fun card. And there is Janine's Technique. New supporter card. Great for darkness type decks. Accelerates energy and poisons your active. Got the new Night Stretcher card, which recovers either a basic energy or a Pokemon from your discard pile to your hand. You have to choose one. Great recovery option. Being an item makes it super flexible and easy to be played in decks. And then this Weavile is pretty neat. It automatically paralyzes the defending Pokemon with its second attack, but you have to discard all energy attached to it, so you could pair it with the Hourglass tool card, which reattaches energy at the end of your turn and keep your opponent's Pokemon infinitely paralyzed. Yo, in the same box? Let's go. We got Duskull and Dusclops. And I said that this card kind of has a story, right? Like Duskull is walking down the street and then Dusclops is right outside your house. Huh. Yeah, hopefully not on my street, all right? It's a little bit sus, I'm not going to lie. Like, why are they creeping up on my business like that? Very cool cards, though. Love the colors on these cards, too. Just like a deep bluish purple. They really got like a mysterious vibe to them. I definitely like that. All right, now we got plenty of boxes to find the Dusknoir. If I don't find the Dusknoir, I'm going to be pretty salty. I'm not going to lie. That Horsey is like unreasonably cute. And Camparaja to go with the very cute Q font. The Camparaja makes it so your opponent can't play any stadium cards from their hand. It's attacked as 130 damage plus 100 more damage. But I forget what the I forget what the condition is, all right? But it can do 230 damage for something, but I forget what the... Maybe it's like it can't attack next turn. I think that's probably what it is. 130 damage plus 100, but like the condition is that you can't attack next turn. It's a pretty good card, actually. Oh, locking stadiums could be useful in the Pokemon TCG, especially if you're locking like a problematic stadium in the active for your opponent to deal with. And there's our first Pecharunt EX, 190 hit points. This Pecharunt EX is a very useful Pokemon. It's got an ability that allows you to switch one of your bench darkness type Pokemon with your active Pokemon, and if you do that, you can leave it poisoned, and its attack does 60 damage times the amount of prize cards your opponent has taken, so it ramps up at the end of the game as well. Very cool. I think it's 60 damage times the amount of prizes your opponent has taken. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But, you know, I can't read that card, so pretty sure that's what it does. I'm just going off pure vibes and memory, though, so who knows? And the Poké Vital A A-Spec. There are a few very underwhelming A-Spec cards in this set. Poké Vital A just heals 150 damage from your active, and it cannot be recovered from your discard pile once it goes there. So an interesting A-Spec card. I think this is probably the most interesting of the three. Maybe the Stadium. The Laser is clearly the worst. But this one's kind of fun. You could heal a tanky Pokemon, maybe like Gudra V-Star or something like that with your Poké Vital A. Could be useful. I know, this card reminds me of the Monster Energy drink cans with like the screw on top. We got the new Blood Moon Ursaluna Holo Rare. This thing does 100 damage plus 30 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon, and its ability allows you to attach up to 2 fighting energy when you play Blood Moon Ursaluna from your hand to the bench. It allows you to attach up to 2 energy from your hand to the Blood Moon when you play it. Kind of a neat card, but you do have to already have damage on your opponent's Pokemon in order to really do meaningful amounts of damage. Yo, I was really hoping that we would pull this guy. The bear, dude. The freaking bear. The Stuffle Senior. The Beware. There he is. Beware. Beware the beware. Beware the beware, bro. Beware the beware. This thing is super cool and creepy looking. I mean, just all of the art rares have been creepy looking so far, right? Yes. Wow. Look at them. He's so menacing looking. Like, he looks like he's going to beat you up, if I'm being honest. I don't know that I've seen a stuffed teddy bear look so intimidating, but, like, it's kind of crazy. Like, it looks like he's kind of leaning over you on the playground and is, like, about to pummel your teeth in with his fluffy little paws. The new Cassiopeia supporter card. The Duskull line is pretty cool as well. Both Dusclops and Dusknoir have abilities that spread damage to the opponent's side of the board. but you have to knock them out in order to proc the ability. The new Monkey Dory EX. It's an EX Pokemon that typically gives up 2 prizes, but this thing's got a nice little ability that makes it only give up a single prize if you have a Pecharunt EX in play. So all you need to do is play these guys together, and then you've got a single prize Pokemon with 210 hit points that could do 190 damage. That's pretty fun. But yeah, the Duskull, the Dusclops, and the Dusknoir are pretty neat. Dusclops, you knock it out, and you can put 5 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. The Dusknoir, you can knock it out, and I think place like 12 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon, maybe 13. It's a ridiculously large amount of damage counters. 13. Yeah, 13 damage counters. But you can't spread them wherever you want. I mean, you can put them on whichever Pokemon you want, but all the damage counters from those abilities have to be placed on the same guy. Tapu Boo Boo. There he is, Tapu Boo Boo. 140 HP, 220 damage. What a unit. Look at that. Head empty. He just smack. That's all he does. Dang, okay, we got our second secret rare of this box, the Full Art Kingdra EX and the Full Art Revavroom EX. That's 2 Revavroom in this box. Cool. Not the biggest fan of the, the white Full Art cards, but like, all right, I'll take it. It's my second secret rare of the box, so I really can't complain there. Kind of a bonus. Usually, Japanese booster boxes come with 1 secret rare. I've never gotten 3 secret rares in a Japanese booster box. Kingdra EX, the regular art, cool. So now we've got 1 full art Kingdra and 1 regular art Kingdra. Still no Okidogi EX yet, but that's okay. This box has been pretty fun. We've got 1 full art Kingdra, 1 regular Kingdra, 1 full art Revavroom, 1 regular Revavroom. Cool, there go my cards. I'm a professional. There's that Dusknoir, though, I was talking about. 13 damage counters if you knock it out. And the new Xerosic supporter as well. Allows you to force your opponent to discard their hand down to 3 cards. Pretty gnarly. Nothing there. And last pack of booster box number 1. Another nighttime stretcher. Okay. So we did pretty good on booster box number 1. I love the art rares that we got. Beware, Dusclops, and Duskull. But a little bit light on the Loyal 3 so far, especially missing the Okidogi EX. But fortunately, we've got 5 more booster boxes to go. Well, let's do it. Would really love to see, I feel like it's been a little while since I pulled any of the crazy, special illustration rares or anything, so. That would be really hype if we could find, special illustration rare. Got another Crobat there. I'm excited to build the Crobat deck. I think it's possible to build a deck that really just leans on Crobat to do the heavy lifting. Its attack only does 120 damage, but it also poisons the opponent's Pokemon. And it can ramp up to deal a ton of damage, actually. Yo, look at this Zorua. Dang, they're all so good. I feel like all the art rares are so like cute and thematic. This Zorua is just like peak, honestly. What a beautiful card. I love the shallow depth of field that we got going on here. I mean, just absolutely amazing. And the Pokemon cards, really, I feel like they do all the heavy lifting for making the Pokemon franchise come to life and like be a, believable, beautiful thing that people fall in love with. For me, the video games could never. They could never make me feel like this about a Zorua, honestly. Like, look how freaking cute that is. Like, that's insane. The artwork does all the heavy lifting. So cool. It looks like it's resting on like the edge of a shrine or like a building or something. Super, super cute. Yeah, Zorua is really cool. Evolves into a Zoroark that I think does more damage times the amount of Pokemon EX and V your opponent has in play. The Pokemon Company definitely likes Zoroark. Seems like Zoroark always gets at least a somewhat interesting card. Our second Beware art rare. All the art rares in the set are so gorgeous, so doubling up on them does not feel bad. Maybe we'll do a little giveaway at the end of the pack opening for some of my extras. So if you're watching live on Twitch, you can stay tuned for that. And if you win the little giveaway at the end, I'll send you a little pack of some of my duplicates that I don't need for my collection or for building decks. And since we're only opening one set today, we should get a healthy amount of duplicates, you would think. I do like that Tapu Bulu for Grass Gym Leader Challenge decks. It's a solid attacker. If you've got the Venusaur set up with the Jungle Totem ability, then you can make it so that all your grass energy count as 2 grass energy, which means you can do 220 damage for just 2 energy, which is really hype. And there's our first Okidogi EX. This absolute unit has 250 HP, and its first attack accelerates 2 energy from the deck, I think, to itself, and leaves itself poisoned. Second attack does 130 damage plus 130 more damage if Okidogi is poisoned. So kind of just sets itself up. And then you can attach that Binding Mochi tool card, which does 40 more damage if it's poisoned. And then, boom, you're doing 300 damage. Just like that with a 250 hit point basic Pokemon. This thing is nuts. I think has a lot of potential in the Pokemon TCG, most definitely. Thank you, Awkward Color, for the Prime sub and the 2 years. Appreciate you. This Q font is so cool. That's something I really like about Gym Leader Challenge too, is like you get to play some of the fun little guys, that you might not get to play in other decks. This Q font could go in your Metal Gym Leader Challenge deck. That'd be awesome. And we got the new Haxorus Holo Rare, and this guy is pretty neat. If you're really into Regidrago V-Star decks, you could put a one of Haxorus in your Regidrago V-Star deck so that you can do 230 damage. It does have the downside that you have to discard 3 cards from the top of your deck. Its single energy attack instantly KOs any Pokemon with a special energy attached to it. So that could also be useful in your Regidrago V-Star deck. All you have to do is put this card in the discard pile and copy its attacks with Regidrago V-Star. This guy could also be a heavy hitter in Gym Leader Challenge format. 230 damage is a great amount of damage to deal, and Stage 2 attackers are pretty popular in GLC. So a card that could certainly see some play. Definitely a fan of that guy. Our second Pecharunt EX. Nice. Yeah, the Haxorus does remind me a little bit of the Single Strike Beedrill, which was super popular during the late Sword and Shield block. The Single Strike Beedrill, part of what made it so good, though... Yo! Let's go. Full Art Colress. Love finding these full art supporter cards. This is awesome. The Colress, is it like Colress's Initiative or Colress's something? I don't know. It gets a stadium card and a special energy card. It gets a stadium card and an energy card, which is just super good. I mean, stadiums are really powerful, and special energy can be really powerful as well. Chat's telling me it's Colress's Tenacity. Got it. Yeah, this is definitely a very strong card, and I expect it to see some play in standard format and in Gym Leader Challenge format. In Gym Leader Challenge format, Colress's Tenacity kind of acts as a second Guzma and Hala. A lot of decks play Guzma and Hala to find those special energy early on. Stadium cards can also be great since you can find a Artisan to help you set up, or, you know, in Gym Leader Challenge, you could even find Tropical Beach to help you draw cards. A lot of cool applications for that Colress's Initiative. In Gym Leader Challenge, you can find Capture Energy and Artisan, so you could set up your entire board with a turn 1 Colress's Initiative. Just get the Artisan to help you find a basic. Get the Capture Energy to help you find a basic. And what's funny is with stadium cards like Town Store, you can actually turn the stadium search into a tool search. So you could go Colress's Initiative for a Town Store, and then there's our Poke Vital A. Yeah, Colress's Initiative for Town Store for a tool card that you need, and get a special energy too. So it's pretty cool, honestly. Pretty cool the way that card works. And I think that, you know, when Arven was first printed, I was kind of sleeping on Arven because it didn't read that great. At the time, like tool cards and getting a tool in an item just didn't seem like the most amazing thing in the world. But as we've kind of seen Arven grow into its position in the metagame, and as Creatures has continued to print just like stronger and stronger, not item cards, but tool cards, the Arven supporter has really become like a staple in a lot of competitive Pokemon TCG decks. And I could see a similar, you know, kind of trajectory for the Colress's Initiative card. But what's crazy is that they kind of like pre-nerfed the Colress's Initiative. Like they printed Colress's Initiative, and then in the same set, they printed a Kyurem that can punish decks that play Colress's Initiative because it can do 110 damage to 3 things for just 1 energy. Am I saying Initiative? It's Colress's Tenacity, guys. It's Colress's Tenacity. Not Culver's initiative. Man. Oops. And here's the new Zoroark. The Zoroark does 60 damage times the amount of Pokemon EX and V that your opponent has in play. Why do I keep saying Culver's initiative? That's because that's the supporter in Lost Box. Why am I blanking on that? I feel like, man, my brain is fried. It's Culver's Experiment is in Lost Box. I was like, it's not that card. I was like, that card is not called Culver's Initiative. So there's no such thing as Culver's Initiative. Yeah, it's Culver's Experiments in Lost Box. Where am I getting initiative from? Is there another supporter that's an initiative? There is none, right? I think it's Cyrus's initiative or something. Yeah, it's like Cyrus. It's literally the only initiative ever is Cyrus's initiative. All right. What if there's still time, TPCI? What if we just change the name to Culver's Initiative? All right, Culver's Tenacity. I'm good. I'm good on Culver's Tenacity. Culver's Initiative, though, that's a fine name for a supporter right there. And we got the new Zoroark. Yo, what the? Look at this thing. This Cresselia is nuts. It's like gliding through a glacial pass or something. Like, what in the world? Look at this card. Looks like it's just kind of gliding through some snowy mountains or something. That is gorgeous. Wow, just like whiteout snow conditions. You got like the smallest little pine tree down there to kind of like key you into the fact that it's a mountain. But dang, that is gorgeous. I mean, just absolutely beautiful. Stunning card. Now imagine if this thing had a yellow border. I'm saying yellow border believers, JW is one. I was talking to JW about this weekend at the North American International Championships. Bro, yellow borders would ruin this card. Just really distract from the artwork, right? It's like taking every piece of fine art that you would ever purchase and putting it in a gaudy yellow frame for like no reason. Like imagine going to a museum and all the fine art is in the worst gaudy yellow borders you've ever seen. Another Blood Moon. And another Monkey Dory EX. Cool stuff. I'm realizing now that I don't have chat on the screen. We should invite chat up. All right. Sorry, chat. You've been in the doghouse for the last 2 booster boxes, but I remembered you now, so chat, welcome to the VOD. You're here now. Now make sure to behave yourselves, all right? We had some good hits out of that box. The Colress, that was definitely a highlight. On to box number 3. There's still time. Still time to find some secret Still time to find some special illustration rares for show. Well, let's do it. Now, Jesse and I are going to build some decks out of these new cards to show off on stream in the weeks ahead. This is going to be the last set before the World Championships, and Jesse and my buddy JW are both going to the World Championships this year. I was not trying for my World Championship invite this year. I ended the season with over 400 championship points. I only went to 2 League Cups, and I went to 0 challenges. If I had wanted to grind out for my World's invite, I could have, but my firstborn child is due in September, and I have been kind of planning my year around that instead of the World Championships instead. So I am really excited about that and cannot wait to welcome my child into the world. So that's what we got on the agenda for this fall. Yo, check out this Persian. This thing is so sick. I had not seen this artwork. This is my first time seeing this. Wow. That is so cool. Look at Persian. It's just hanging out in like Giovanni's, room or something. That's what it looks like. This is like Giovanni's hotel room or Giovanni's office, right? And Persian is just gazing out into the night sky, looking out from the top of Silphco. I know. I am so excited that they're doing another Team Rocket set, guys. I can't even control my excitement. Honestly, those of you guys that were here hanging out, I was ranting about the fact that they haven't done anything with Team Rocket or any real Pokemon villains in way too long. I was ranting about it like just 2 weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago. We were just popping off about it. And I was like, Pokemon's gone too soft. They don't even have real villains anymore. And they don't. Pokemon has gone soft. The villains are like school bullies and stuff. And like in Sun and Moon, the villains, I thought it was cool the way they did Team Skull in Sun and Moon. Like, the real villains are not Team Skull. Team Skull is just a bunch of misunderstood outcasts, but the real villains are like, the people from the what was the name of the group that like Lusamine was a part of, right? Those people were like, the Aether Conservation people, the Aether Foundation. Yeah, dang, look how cool that fracture is, right? Yeah, the Aether Foundation was actually like the real bad guys, right? And they were kind of represented like, business or society elites, with their own agendas and stuff. So like, that was cool. That was really cool. But then like, since then, man, it has been terrible. Like, Team Star is nothing. Team Yell was like actually insulting. Like, dude, Team Yell, you're just a bunch of hooligans, man. You're not even villains. You're just like kind of cheering for Marnie a little too loud. Like, come on. I mean, come on. Right? Like, we need more villains that are actually up to no good. Like, the world is full of villains. Just look around. There are villains everywhere. And you're telling me the worst we can cook up is Team Yell and Team Star? It's ridiculous. So finally, we've got some actual... you got to have conflict. Like, conflict makes interest in a story or a game or whatever. Like real conflict, right? It creates interest. It drives, passion and pursuit of goals. So, like, I'm really excited for the Team Rocket set to come back. I think that's going to be super cool. And I imagine that the artwork for the Team Rocket set, I'm sure is going to pop off. I can't wait to see what they cook up with that. But honestly, it's been so long since they did a Team Rocket set. They did, they did the original Team Rocket set. Was it like, what, 99, 2000? Probably 99. And then another Cresselia. Nice. The original Team Rocket set was 99, and then they did EX Rocket Returns in like 2005. I know, and there's going to be illustration rare rocket cards. It's going to go crazy. It's going to go absolutely nuts. I've heard that the villains in Pokemon Horizons is pretty cool, but I haven't seen any of the Pokemon Horizons anime yet. Is it good? What do you guys, what's the consensus on Pokemon Horizons? Nice, our second Okidogi EX. It's modern anime. I mean, that sounds good. Jake saying everything without Ash is an insult. Absolutely not. I think Ash is one of the worst protagonists ever in any sort of media. Ash is such an unbearable protagonist that I have never watched any of the Pokemon anime. All right. In fact, Ash being gone is one of the few things that have me even remotely interested in the anime. Yeah. Ash has been played out for like 20 years. Yeah. Ash played out. Ash is so bad they don't even print him in the Pokemon cards for real. All right? That's how bad Ash is. Ash is so bad they don't even want him. They don't even want him in the Pokemon cards, dog. they leave him out, right? That's how lame Ash is. All right, our first Pheasantipity EX. Let's go. That's what I'm freaking talking about. This card is so good. It's kind of like the return of Oricorio GX. It's got this ability that allows you to draw 3 cards if one of your Pokemon was knocked out during your opponent's last turn, and then its attack does 100 damage to any of your opponent's Pokemon for 3 energy. Neato. I think this card's going to be great as a draw option for lots of decks. I mean, you basically can turn a Nest Ball into a little bit of an explosive draw option. It is kind of great as a option instead of Bibarel. Like, not all decks are going to have to play Bibarel. If they want to have a little Iono protection, they can just play a Pheasantipity, and then at the end of the game, if you need it, you can Nest Ball for the Pheasantipity, and then make sure that you have some draw to protect against your opponent's hand disruption. Our third Pokevital A. All right, let's go. Maybe we can get a whole 6-pack of these pink monster drinks. That'd be pretty hype. No, we need some of the laser. The laser is like the worst card ever printed. We have to find it. All right, let's go, dude. Our ultra rare was hiding in the last pack. We've got the Gold Petarant EX. Cool. Yeah. Look at that. That thing is going to look super fly sitting on my bench. Tell you what. Switching all my Okidokis into the active spots. Yes, this is not a secret illustration rare. This is an ultra rare. So those of you in the chat that were gambling on secret illustration rares, you still fell short. But this is a super cool hit, and I'm stoked we were able to find it. Nice. That's hype. That's hype. I definitely prefer the illustration rares to the gold cards, but you can't complain about a gold card pull. That's pretty sick. Can't complain. I'm curious to see if Gardevoir is able to kind of maintain its insane position in the meta with Worlds right around the corner. You know, there's obviously this new set with a bunch of dark Pokemon in it, but you need like single prizers to be able to keep up with Gardevoir. And having a board full of 2 prizes, Gardevoir could just win in a couple of turns. Box number 4. Well, let's get into it. Yo, I didn't know Q-Font had a art rare. Oh my goodness. The art rares in this set are absolutely amazing. My goodness, look at this. That's crazy. The world's most adorable Q-Font. Just showering itself off. Man, absolutely love that. There's a shiny? There's no shiny. That's not a shiny Q-Font. Dang, that's freaking adorable. Okay, we still need the Dusknoir illustration rare or art rare. That would be hype. But I feel like we've got a good spread of them so far. There's another Pheasantipity EX. Awesome. Which is really exciting for me because I collect the Japanese art rares. Doing all the Japanese openings for content. The cards that I've been like most interested in hanging on to are the art rares. Like I've got a binder just full of them. And it's cool because it kind of reminds me of all the different sets that I've opened for the channel over the years. Because I do all these openings in Japanese. It's just easier to like find the cards that I need. It's crazy, but like it's pretty much easier to find the cards that I need to build decks by opening the Japanese product. But I would almost never say that about English cards. But then again, I do live in, you know, I live next to a card store so that sells English cards, so that's like very easy. But buying Japanese singles is not quite as easy. There we go. Janine's Secret Technique Full Art. Not the special illustration rare, unfortunately, but still a very cool card. This is hype for sure. We've got the Full Art Colress now and the Full Art Janine's Secret Technique. This card is going to be great with that Okidogi EX, and, I mean, could be the backbone of that Crobat deck, which I'm certainly going to be showing off on tabletop soon. And I'm sorry for all you United Wings fans out there. I don't think that the Dartrix actually makes United Wings a playable deck. I think United Wings is still terrible, even with Dartrix printed. And the problem isn't that there isn't enough United Wings Pokemon. The problem is that United Wings has not kept up with inflation. That's the problem, okay? HP inflation has gone crazy. Since 2015, when Night March was printed, like, Night March had the same 20 times multiplier back in 2015, and Pokemon only had 180 to 200 HP. Now Pokemon got 280 to 340 hit points, and United Wings has the same 20 times multiplier that Night March had almost a decade ago. And United Wings does not have Battle Compressor or a card like Shaman EX to just draw through the entire deck quickly. So there's no easy and fast way. Holy smokes. All of these are so beautiful. Like, what in the world, dude? This Houndoom is so cool. Wow. This like reminds me of like the wolves from The Hobbit. I read The Hobbit last year for the first time. Yeah, the wolves kind of like running through the woods, chasing after the company. Something like that. Yeah, that was cool. Man, what a gnarly card. So sick. Yeah, I love that all the art rares are spooky themed. There we go. Another Petron TX. We've got plenty of Petron TX. Do I have a deck that I'm most excited to build from this set? Yes. The deck that I'm most excited to build is probably the Crobat deck. I want to build a deck that's like, yeah, where you like attack with Crobat. The Crobat fills your hand to 8. If you played Janine's Technique, there's another Ogie Dogie. All right, I think that's our third one. We should be good to build the Ogie Dogie deck. Hype. Would like a 4th Ogie Dogie. But I've got 2 booster boxes to find it, so that should be all right. I am excited for Rings of Power Season 2. You know, just a fan of Lord of the Rings. Like, it might not be the best show ever, but it's all right. I'll watch it. You know, the books are always better, but I like watching people and performers be passionate about creating in the world of Tolkien. So, okay, here we are with our 4th Pokevital A. I mean, statistically unlikely, really, that we would find 4. I'm going for the whole 6-pack now. See if we can't get see if we can't get 2 more at this point. And there we go. Yes, we've got the whole line now. Dusknoir. Let's look at all 3 of these guys right next to each other. We have completed the story. We start off with Duskull. We've completed the story. Things start off with the Duskull walking down the street at nighttime. And then Dusclops stops right outside your house, staring at you from across the way, right over the hedges. And then Dusknoir is standing right at your window, looking inside. So cool. Thank you, Umbreon Fan 96 for the sub. Let him in. Who's letting the Dusknoir in? Who's letting that Dusknoir in? Anybody? No way. Dusknoir comes up to your windows. Just knocking on it, staring inside. No shot. What? Yo, what the heck is this? This is crazy. Holy smokes, we finally found one. Secret Art Rare Pheasantipity EX. Look how freaking gnarly this thing is. Wow. And this booster box had two secret rares as well, because we already got the Janine's Secret Technique full arts. Dang, this thing is nuts. Wow, just a beautiful card. Absolutely gorgeous. This thing is incredible. Wow, it looks so good. Really. I mean, I'm blown away by how good this illustration rare looks. That is so cool. Wow, what a striking card. You know, the contrast, the red, white, and black colorway. Man, that is so, so cool. Wow, thrilled to pull that. That is a cool card for sure. And we still got 2 booster boxes to go. We could pull the secret art rare Ogie Dogie. I think I saw the secret art rare Ogie Dogie. Like, looks pretty cool. I have not seen that Pheasantipity though. That's my first time seeing this. You guys want to do one Wombo combo booster box? Let's do it. The biggest Wombo combo double box opener. Thank you, Lil Wolf, for the sub in the 67 months. There we go. Gorgeous. Let's do it. We're opening our final 2 booster boxes at the same time. Yes! Okay. I found the other A-Spec card, thank goodness, because I was honestly stressing out that maybe I was going to find all 6 Pokevital A's. So there we go. Cool. The new Stadium card makes it so that all of your non-rule box Pokemon cannot be damaged by Pokemon EX and Pokemon V. But I think the Stadium cannot be recovered once it's countered. So like it's got that downside. It's got that downside to it, but it could be a game winner if you get it to stick. Yeah, the laser is the only A-Spec we haven't pulled yet. It is probably one of the... I mean, it's definitely like one of the worst A-Specs ever printed. I mean, it's got to be. It is extremely bad. I think even looking back... Wow, there we go. Okie Dokie EX. Looking back, even some of those old terrible A-Specs, like the Dangerous Laser is even worse than those. Did I hear the news about Worlds having an asymmetrical cut this year? I think I did hear some news about that, and it simply made me sad because I bubbled out of top 8 of Worlds in 2015 at 9th place. On opponent's resistance. It was 1/10 of a percentage point on opponent's resistance. I bubbled out of top 8 of the World Championships. And that was just it. Yep. Yep. And that was it. I had the same record as the people at 8th place, 7th place, 6th place. Yep. Just bubbled out. Yeah, it was kind of rough, but you know, it's all good. Happens. Bubbling out of Top Cut means that you had the same record as the players who did make top 8, but that you lost your position on tiebreakers. So the way that the tiebreakers work in the Pokémon TCG is that they go off of opponent's resistance. So that means they combine all of your opponent's records and they say, all right, who had the stronger opponents? Full art Monkey Tory EX. Oh man, look at this absolute goober, dude. All right, I gotta say this full art is actually kind of fun though. And as far as the full arts go, the full arts had typically been like some of my least favorite secret rares to pull, but this one is kind of neat. He's kind of fun. He's got like a nice spiral background. He's posed up as well. Look at those hands crossed, you know? Yeah, he's hardcore. So yeah, the first set of tiebreakers is opponent's resistance. So when compared to the 8th place finisher after Swiss rounds at the 2015 World Championships, I had the same exact opponent's resistance as the 8th place finisher. So not only did I have the same record as the 8th place person, but my opponents had the same win-loss record as the 8th place person's opponents. So then they go to the next tiebreaker, which is opponent's resistance. So what was the record of all of your opponents' opponents? And I lost that tiebreaker by 0.1%. Fun, right? And finished 9th place at the World Championships in 2015 because of it. Yes. There's Kingdra EX. Woohoo! With my Night March deck. But yes, I'm very glad that nobody is going to have to deal with the misfortune of bubbling out of top 8 again. Asymmetrical cut, that sounds great. Wonderful. Another fracture. That's just good. It's good for the game, good for people who spent, you know, all year grinding to get to that position. Would I have been able to be? Honestly, Jacob was drawing so hot. I don't know that anybody was going to stop Jacob Van Wagner that day from winning with Archie Stoice, and that's okay. But having a chance to compete for a top 4, that would have been hype. I would have really loved the opportunity to potentially do that. But it's all good. Yes! Look at this thing! Oh, man, he's so freaking cool, bro! What? Dude, he's nuts. Look at this Okie Dokie EX. He's crazy. Oh, my gosh. How gnarly is this thing? Wow. Oh, I can't believe how cool this card is. This thing is absolutely nuts. Whoa, just crazy. It's like green, pink, purple. Like, oh man, the colors in this thing are just so gnarly. That is so cool. Oh, I love it. This was the card that I was probably hoping to pull the most out of the sets. I had seen it and I remember thinking it was super cool, but I didn't remember what it looked like. I just saw it in passing and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And now to like see it in person, sheesh. So we got the secret Ogie Dogie, and we got the secret Pheasantipity. Whoa. And we got the gold Petron. Honestly, our pulls in this opening have been pretty insane. You gotta be kidding me, bro. Holy. Look at this thing. Bro, what? What? Ain't no way, dude. We got all three. All three, dude. What the heck? That's so crazy. And the gold Pecharunt? Oh my gosh. What in the world? This is so sick. Wow. Yes, dude. What a dream come true. We got the secret Pheasantipity, the secret Ogie Dogie, and the secret Monkey Dory. Sheesh. That is so nuts. Oh my goodness. And these cards all look so good. Let's look at them all together. What the heck, dude? I was not expecting all this. Like, no way. Ain't no way. Yeah, look at all those. Sheesh. That is some cool cardboard. That is some really cool cardboard right there. God, they look so good together too, because they're all like thematic. They're all illustrated by the same person too. Oh, I absolutely love that. Kantaro. They are all illustrated by Kantaro as well. And they did an amazing job with these illustrations. Wow. I don't know. They don't fit together, no. But they definitely all have like the same vibe. Sheesh. Is there a Pecharunt illustration rare too? We got another Cresselia. There's a Pecharunt. I think we got the gold Pecharunt. I don't foresee us seeing the... Thank you, Focus Fox, for the Prime sub. I don't foresee us getting another illustration rare. I think we've been extremely lucky so far with the three that we got. Wow, half of our boxes. Pecha, all Loyal 3, and Cassiopeia all have illustration rares. Half of our boxes had secret illustration rares in them. That's insane. Got another Ogie Dogie EX. Wonderful. All I need is 4 to build the Ogie Dogie deck. And we got a second stadium. So no laser, dude. No dangerous laser. Out of all of our boxes. I can't believe we didn't pull the worst ace spec of all time. That's fine. We pulled the only 2 that matter, honestly. If they even do matter. They probably don't even matter. I think in the Ogie Dogie deck, you definitely want to play like Prime Catcher or something. Yeah, you probably just want to play Prime Catcher in a whole bunch of decks. We did see that Stefan Ivanhoff played the Hyper Aroma all the way to an NAIC Finals, so that was cool to see. I mean, Hyper Aroma is definitely a very good card as well. Being able to just get a very explosive board setup. On the second turn of the game. Wow, so many lightning Revivrooms. What will I do with all of them? Nada. The lightning Revivrooms, they're not good. I've seen a lot of people in my YouTube comments telling me that lightning Revivroom is actually good. I really hate to inform them that it is not actually good. 140 damage just ain't really doing it, you know? Another Pheasantipity. I think people are just talking about 140 being good. I don't think that people really want to, or that they're going to put, you know, they just want to put, like, Revivroom in the Metang deck. But the thing is that Dialga is just better in every single way. Like, why would you commit any energy to Revivroom when you could just commit more energy to Dialga? There's really no points. It does one-hit KO Lumineon, Pidgeot, and Lugia with the first attack. It does, but you have to beat more than lightning weak things in order to win tournaments. Dialga doesn't hit Lugia for weakness, that's true. But, like, adding a 2-2 Revivroom to you're not, like, fixing your... I don't think you're really fixing your Lugia matchup with this thing. If I'm being honest. And then as far as being like its own deck goes, it just doesn't really do enough damage. You're not even two-hit KOing like a Dragapult or a Charizard. Nice. Got another Q-Font. Hey, you're not two-hit KOing anything bigger than a V-Star. Nice. Another Dusclops. Yeah, I don't even think... You don't even need a tech for Lugia anymore. Lugia is just such a pile. Just let it implode on itself. You don't need to... You don't even need to account for that thing. Nice. Another Houndoom. Did I get all of the illustration rares? Who did I miss? I'm sure I missed somebody in here. Ah, Horsey. Cool. Nice of you to show up. Just 3 packs remaining. We didn't have Horsey yet. Yes, we don't have Cassiopeia, but I'm talking about just like the commons, like these guys. Like what illustration rares are we, or what art rares are we missing there? And that's it for our 6 booster boxes of Night Wanderer, the newest Pokemon TCG sets from Japan. These cards are going to be included in our upcoming Pokemon TCG sets, the name of which I forget. No, it's Shrouded Fable. These cards are going to be a part of our upcoming Pokemon TCG set, Shrouded Fable, which releases soon. It is going to be the most recent Pokemon TCG set for the World Championships in August. So we had some really insane pulls. We got Full Art Colress's not initiative. Full Art Colress's something. And then we got the Full Art's Janine Secret Technique. We got Full Art Kingdra. Got the whole Dusknoir line. Colress's Tenacity. Okay. We got 4 Pokevital A's. There's our Janine. I think we hit almost all of the art rares. And, of course, the highlight was pulling all 3 of the loyal 3 secret illustration rares. Just absolutely incredible. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, I'm going to be taking these cards and building decks to play on tabletop to show off here on the channel. So if that interests you at all, make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you can stay up to date with all of my most recent uploads. Y'all take it easy and have a good one. See ya. Cool. All right, let's give some stuff away. Let's give some stuff away. Let's see. My top-down setup is kind of like not set up right now. So let's just do this. We'll just switch up the angle. There you go. Let me just see how many of different EXs I have. I'll give away all my doubles of the art rares for sure. You know what? You guys can have a Pokevital A. All right, I'm gonna give away a Pokevital A for sure. And let's see, we'll go EXs, art rares, EXs, art rares, A-Specs, art rares. Yes, seems reasonable. Put all of our bigger hits over here, and let's start a giveaway. Now, if you win the giveaway, you need to whisper me on Twitch to let me know what a good address to send the giveaway cards to is. I can't whisper you on Twitch because my Twitch DMs are broken for whatever reason, okay? It keeps telling me, giving me some error, like I need to register my phone number, and I have registered my phone number, and it just will not let me, whisper anybody on Twitch. So if you win, you have to whisper me a good address to send them to. So the only way you can win is if you're actually present to get the stuff, which is why I'm running the giveaway right now. I'll probably only run the giveaway entry period for 60 seconds. So that way we have the highest chance of the person who's here and won actually being able to, yes, it's international. Yeah, I'll send your cards wherever, for sure. Okay. Yo, the Revavroom deck. Revavroom has to be troll, right? Okay. I'm keeping those guys. Sorry, y'all. And I will give away all my full arts, though. I'll give you guys those. We'll put those in the giveaway pile. Pokevital on the giveaway pile. And 2 Kingdra, that's fine. That card is not very good. Okie dogies. Hunky dories, okie dogies. Petcha runts. How many Pecharunt do I need? Probably don't need a playset of Pecharunt. I've got 5 Pecharunt. Oh, yeah. We don't need that many. Pheasantipity, Monkey Dories, Okie Dokies, Pheasantipities, Monkeys. Brilliance. All right, so you guys have got your Pokevital A. You've got your Full Art Kingdra, Full Art Monkey, Full Art Revavroom. I'm going to keep a playset of Revavrooms in case I don't know, feel inspired to build some crazy Revavroom deck. You guys can have a Monkey Dory EX, 1 Okie Dokie EX, 1 Pheasantipity EX, 1 Pecharunt EX, and all of my duplicates. So I know I got a duplicate Duskull. I know I got a duplicate Beware. I know I got a duplicate Cresselia. Okay, I know I got a duplicate Houndoom. Got the Beware in there. Got a duplicate Q-Fonts. I think the Fracture too. I get 2 Fractures, yeah. And the duplicate Fracture. Okay. This is the giveaway pile. I will let you know the giveaway keyword momentarily. Here we are. So you got a... You know, I'll give you guys the other A-Spec too. Yeah, the Stadium. You get the Stadium A-Spec too. All right, so the winner of the giveaway is going to get the 2 A-Specs I pulled. I only pulled the 2 different ones. Sorry, no Dangerous Laser in the pile. You're going to get a Full Art Kingdra EX, Full Art Monkey Dory EX, Full Art Revavroom EX, Pecharunt EX, Pheasantipity EX, Okie Dokie EX, Monkey Dory EX, Cresselia Art Rare, Beware Art Rare, Fracture Art Rare, Q-Font Art Rare, and Houndoom Art Rare, and Dusclops Art Rare. Okay, that is the giveaway pile. Again, if you win the giveaway, you have to whisper me. That's the rules. You have to whisper me. An address to send them to. Here we go. Let me set up the giveaway real quick. And the keyword is monkey. You can type the keyword monkey into the chat right now for your chance to win the cards. Monkey. That is the keyword. I'll give you guys about 60 seconds to put the keyword monkey in, and then I will draw the winner. And then the winner has to whisper me a good address to send the winnings to, and I will send them wherever you live. Give it about 30 more seconds. All right, all right. And, oh yeah, Europe included for sure. Anywhere, yeah. Okay, that is it for the giveaway entry period. If you typed in monkey, you're entered to win. If you're subbed to the channel, you have 5 times luck in the giveaways. Here we go. The winner of the Shrouded Fable cards is Chief 3405. Congratulations to Chief. You are the winner. Make sure to whisper me a good address to get those cards sent to, Chief. Congratulations. And I'll get those sent out as soon as I can. Chief's got to be here. Chief just entered the giveaway. It was, I mean, I guess unless you tuned in for about 20 seconds, typed in the keyword, and left promptly, then he responded. All right, excellent. Congratulations, Chief. He said, thank you already. Great. Cool. Oh, I see. Yes, there you are, Chief. Great. Yes, I see you. Fantastic. All right, y'all. That's it for the stream. I am very tired after the long weekend in New Orleans, so I'll be back with more TCG Live gameplay tomorrow. But yeah, I'm exhausted. I'm pooped. I'm barely got my eyes open right now. So we're gonna be back tomorrow. All right. You guys take it easy and have a good one. And I'll see you then. Later.